Hey, and welcome back, everybody, to our Monday. Is it Monday? It's Monday. It's Monday already. I don't even know how it's already Monday. I legitimately, the weekend just showed up and it disappeared. Hi, everybody. Hello, Rose. Hello, Clover. Hello, Flo. Welcome in. I'm doing fantastic. How have all of you doing? How's everybody else doing? How is everyone's weekend? I hope everyone's weekend was good. My weekend was good. I drank so much cocoa. I almost missed today's stream. Do you know why? I slept for 13 hours. How do you do that? How do you even sleep for 13 hours? I don't know how that works. I just went to bed and I woke up and it was afternoon. Like the middle of the afternoon the next day. Like 12:30. Oh, your mod gave me more pencils? What do you mean? Adam gave you more pencils? Why would he do this? He betrayed me. He's a traitor. I'm gonna have to get on to him for betraying me later. I love the art though. I saw your fan art. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. I love seeing my picture that you drew of me with your OCs. Yes! It was adorable. It was very adorable. The lace just did it. You know, the fishnets. It's good. It's good. 13 hours is like normal for me on the weekends. Okay, but Clover, you sleep like hardly at all the rest of the time. So that's like not that, it's not that unbelievable, you know? If you hardly sleep all the rest of the week and then you sleep 13 hours on the weekend, I just like went to bed and it was the next day. I don't even know what happened. But today, yeah, guilty. We're going to be resuming Bittersweet Birthday. Bittersweet Birthday, for those of you who don't know. But more goth koi fan art? What? What? No, wait, is there more? Have I missed more? If I missed more, I'm very sorry. I should go look at it. Today we're playing Bittersweet Birthday, which is a game all about kicking people in the nuts. And we're going to be kicking some people in the nuts. And I think we're almost done. I think we're almost done with Bittersweet Birthday, actually. We're like, gotta be in the last chapter, or at least like close to it at this point. I think so. Nah, you'll make more. I would love to see it. I'd love to see it. Are you comfortable with me showing it on stream? I've been looking at it at like the end of stream so far, but if you want me to show everybody, I've been posting it in the Discord for you, because you said you don't have Discord. I want everybody to see. It's so adorable. It's so cute. I can't get enough of it. It's so wholesome. I don't really care if you show it on stream. Okay, I might do. If whatever it is done before end of stream, then I might pop over to Blue Sky and see if I can grab it to show everybody live. I want to get everyone's reactions. I love it so much. It's very adorable and very cute. Today, continuing Bittersweet Birthday. Last we left off, we found this monster, and this monster is dead, and this monster is like, it was created by Ada to kill us, except it couldn't kill us because it was bad at killing us. So now, we as Mask Lady, I believe her name is Virgil? Is it No, I'm thinking, what is her name? Names are so hard. I don't know. She's the one who has the imaginary dead friend named Marco. You're gonna make fan art of me after stream today? Really? Oh my gosh, you guys are too nice. You guys are way too nice. You have no idea how happy it makes me to just see fan art of me. I just sit here and I yap about voice acting and games and cool things that I like, and cocoa and chocolate and whatnot. Vega, that's what it is. That's what I was thinking. See, I thought it was a V name, and then I was like, Virgil. Wait, no, Virgil's one of my fans. I don't know. There's no Virgil in the game. That's from Devil May Cry. This is an entirely different game. Okay, where were we? Oh, shit, not this place. How about this feeling? Do I want to return? Do we want to return? It's a big, scary hole in the ground. Like hell I do. I'm not going back there. Y'all make you glowy with hot cocoa and everything. I'm getting a new profile picture. I commissioned another koi fish. I found another koi fish on VGen, and I was like, I have to commission this person. It was a while ago. I'm still working on getting that new PC, but I commissioned another koi fish artist on VGen. I think her name is, no names. No, I don't know. She's got a name. She has a name, and she's drawing my new PFP, which is gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I can't wait to post it. I can't wait to share with you guys. I've been seeing the work in progress so far, and it's super cute. It's super cute, chat. You're gonna love it, I promise. I'm hyped for it to finish. I hope it finishes before Christmas. I know on the 20th or 21st, I'm gonna have to be playing Paper Lily. I gotta play Paper Lily for Amy's birthday? Is it Amy or Abby? Man, the names. It's the names. I don't know. It's just the little sound that you make to Annie. It's Annie. For Annie's birthday on the 20th or 21st, I'm playing Paper Lily, which is gonna be fun. Paper Lily looks like kind of a fun game. Actually, make art in the new year so I can try out my new drawing tablet. Really? Oh my gosh. The drawing tablet art is gonna be so good. And do you know what else you can do once you have a drawing tablet? You can play Osu. You can play Osu like a real professional. Being an artist has the side effect of allowing you to get really good at Osu by accident. Annie, I did have it right. I remembered in the end. It took a second, but we got there. I gotta have a sip of cocoa. My voice is already dying. I have a lot of new projects, so if you guys like Lab 316, if you guys like the manga dubs that I do for my day job, I am going to be on a new channel. I'm going to be on a new one of the Lab 316 channels. I'm going to be on Ayasaki-san, which is fun. I'm excited to be on Ayasaki-san, but I gotta wait for the editors to get through everything that I'm working on. It's my own fault. If I'd come here more often, I'd actually know my way around and finding him wouldn't be so damn hard. Okay. We are looking for me, because I was kidnapped by the Great Evil, right? And then once we find the Great Evil, we should basically be done with the game. That's like the last thing. This whole game has been built around... Oh. Hello? What are these weird visions all about? That was not normal. That is not normal either. Neither one of those is a normal thing to happen. Hey, he seems like a little bit messed up. Mama's getting me a tablet for my birthday, and we're going to a rage room place that has axe throwing in an escape room. We're not gonna do. Oh, okay. You're not gonna. So it's like a bunch of rooms. It's a bunch of rooms of fun. That sounds really bad when I say it like that, but it's like escape rooms and rage rooms and axe throwing rooms. It's fun rooms. It's a bunch of rooms that you go in, and it is fun. You know what would be really fun to do in a place like that is like an IRL D&D dungeon crawl. That would be so cool. I would love, even if it was like a pre-made adventure and they had to be like, okay, you can only do so many things. I would love like an escape room, but imagine an escape room, but like it's Dungeons and Dragons. Like you go in and you play D&D in like a dungeon, but the dungeon is actually a place. So you could actually go and like be your character in the room and then fight the monsters by rolling dice or whatever. That'd be a good time. I'm just saying, someone out there, someone who makes fun rooms, note, write that down, right? Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon IRL. That'd be cool. That would be cool.
Marco, I have to keep this place out of his sight. I can't allow him to see it.
It's just gonna be my mom, my brother, and my girlfriend. Well, you guys have fun. I hope you guys have a good time. It does sound like a lot of fun.
Why can't I stop myself from going back?
Thank you for the Hydrate Redeem Rose! Hold on. Good, happy, good. I think that was a good hydrate. I think it was solid 6 out of 10 out of all the koi hydrates. Someone should make an edit of every time that I've had water ever. Make sure you hydrate. You sound like you're dying. Not dying. I'm fine. I'm completely okay. Nothing bad ever happens to koi. I'm fine. I'm always completely a-okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, I can walk up. I can do stairs. Oh, it's stairs. I see. Okay. Sure. Yeah, sure. See, I have the power of interpretation. I can read that how I please, and I'm gonna read that like, sure, like, yeah, I agree, Koi, cause I always stay very hydrated. I'm good at staying hydrated. Okay, chat. That's clearly not the correct direction, so let's go somewhere else. Currently, we are trying to hunt down as Vega. Vega's trying to find me so she can kill me. And my brother is trying to find me so he can save me, and we're playing as both of them. I agree, because if you died, it would be sad for my birthday. Wow. Okay. Don't die, Koi. I'd feel sad. Alright. I'll do my best. I'll die right after your birthday. That's what I'll do. The day after. That's the end of Koi. Hold on. Your birthday is on the 30th. 30th? I think it's on the 30th. So I can die on the 31st. Right? I have permission to die on the 31st? I could die last day of December.
Shows? Hey, the shows?
No. Okay. But apparently, I got yoinked somewhere over this way. We would all be. Besides, he wouldn't fit in the toilet flush. I'm a little bit. I'm only part Koi. I don't think you can flush me down the toilet. No, because it's I was talking to Rose. Not you, Flo. I'm saying I could die on the 31st of December because, see, Rose said that I'm not allowed to die because it would be sad for her birthday, and her birthday's on the 30th, so I could die the day after, and then we're fine, and then we're completely fine from dying. I could die and everyone be cool with it. No, not allowed. I'll drag you out of the afterlife. Oh man, come on. I was trying so hard, too. I just gotta find a way to make everybody happy when I inevitably perish. Okay, where are we going to, though? I'm kind of confused as to where we're supposed to be headed to. Are we going this way? Maybe we're going this way. Last time this wasn't the correct... Oh, it is the correct direction now. Okay. Yeah, they just didn't want me to go here too early. Apparently, I solved the puzzle a little bit quicker than I was supposed to, so they had to kick me out. That's what happened.
Wait!
No.
Those shoes! They might belong to the other brat.
Okay. I will resurrect you if you... How? How? You promised any birthday you promised to live. I mean, I'll certainly try. I'll definitely try. If you request in advance. I don't know if I'm gonna be live, like, on the 21st, because I know the 21st is Andy's birthday, but she requested I play Paper Lily for her birthday, so I might just play it on the 20th, because I will be streaming on the 20th. I don't know about the 21st. I might try to do a special stream because I feel like it's more fun if I do a special stream. And then you guys get like one more stream in the week, which is awesome. But also, then, like, I have to be fair and do a ton of extra streams. Coco Zombie Koi VA. I'd make a good zombie. I feel like I'd be a really good zombie. You know, in zombie movies, the zombies, they're always not smart, okay? If you're a zombie and your goal is eat as many brains as possible, why do you need the people to be alive? Because listen to me. If a zombie's goal is to eat brains, but people turn into zombies when they get bitten, then obviously you want to eat the entire brain before they turn into zombies, because zombies don't eat brains of other zombies, right? So once you start chomping on their brain, you have like a limited time frame before that person gone. So, why does the person need to be alive when we munch their brains? I'm telling you, if all the zombies arm up, and all the zombies grabbed a bunch of pitchforks and weapons and started basing like the humans are doing, because the humans are already basing to stay away from the zombies, what if we, the zombies, build our own better zombie base, right? And then, hear me out, retractable harpoon. I'm just saying, retractable harpoon. I would be an excellent zombie. You hit him with the harpoon, and then you start reeling it back in, and then you start reeling it back in, and once you got him reeled back in, what are they gonna do? You've already punched them through with a harpoon. It's not like they can escape. It's not like they're gonna live. That's just free brains. It's free brains. I would be a fantastic zombie. Thank you very much. Oh, what the hell? Whole world's on fire. Whole world is on fire. Did I just black out? For how long? No. I can't afford to waste any more time. This place is like too holy for him? I thought he was like a god, so this doesn't make much sense. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think you could be a better zombie? So, why do we always play the human team? We don't know how smart the zombies are. Generally, zombies are portrayed as very stupid, but what if the zombies were just like really smart? If you die, it will actually kick open the gates of the afterlife and drag you back. No, 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 no. But zombie. But zombie. That's what I'm saying, Rose. What if we all play Team Zombie? How do we beat the humans? How do we beat the we have to, like... We have to keep so many humans alive. Because are humans zombies' only food source? Do zombies... I feel like zombies go extinct after a while. Because can zombies starve? Can zombies starve? Sorry to busy painting you. Oh, no, no, no. That's absolutely fine, Flaw. I don't mean to distract. I can make you a zombie if you die. Okay, so we got Rose, who's a necromancer on our team. That's what's happening. So on Team Zombie, we have Rose, who's a necromancer. So after I hit people with the retractable harpoon, then you can revive them after we eat the brains, okay? Yeah, you're the necromancer. Necromancers are allowed to be on Team Zombie. That makes sense. That makes sense, okay? We get the zombies, we arm them up with retractable harpoons. Rose is the necromancer because honestly, what happens when we hit them with the retractable harpoon and they die? We can't infect them if they're dead. We need Rose to necromance them after we eat their brains. You see? You see? Use your head. Use the not brain in your head because I ate that. They're not here either, huh? My chair's so squeaky today. I don't know why my chair is so squeaky. I need some, like chair grease. What do they put on chairs to make them not squeak? Oil? I feel like if I just get kitchen oil, won't that, like, get gross, though? Is this the first time Ada's predictions have been so off? She used to get so bent out of shape over stuff way less messed up than what's happening in a night. But now that it's this bad, she's all cool and collected? Doesn't she care anymore? After all the time and effort she's put into this, it makes no sense. So why does it feel like... maybe it's me. Maybe I just don't know her as much as I thought I did. What's like the zombies' prime? Because zombies aren't very strong. What happens if I, like, am a zombie and I lose a finger? Can you reattach that? Because generally, people reattach it by, like, you know, surgery, and you gotta stitch it back on, and then you gotta heal somewhat. You can necromancy people if you want. Yeah, so you can do the necromancy, but can you, like, reattach zombie fingers and stuff? Because what happens when some of the zombie army gets injured? It's not like they could go to an infirmary and heal. Their bodies are, like, decrepit and rotting. Yeah, you can heal zombies. You can do zombie healing. Okay, but we gotta find some way to keep the zombies in check, because what happens if you get bit? What happens if someone gets a little too feisty and starts biting the necromancer? Then you're just cooked, and then we're all cooked. You see, we make the zombie base, and we get the retractable harpoon. So in the zombie apocalypse, you get bitten, you're immune to zombie. Okay, that does make sense. That kind of does make sense. So I think in this scenario, all the zombies have to rush. We have to rush the nearest boat. Rush the Navy. That's what it is. The zombies attack the Navy. We, the zombies, attack the Navy. Take their harpoons. Take their boats. We take their boats and then we go to sea. That's it. We're gonna be sea zombies. Yeah, and then we can recruit the sea animals too. We never said that you could only zombie people. Who says that you can only zombie people? Zombie sharks? Zombie sharks sound pretty powerful. If zombies are already dead, then they're presumably immune to ocean pressure, so we can throw a few overboard, bite a giant squid. I mean, it might take a while to find one, but zombies are immortal. We got time. And then if a zombie drowns, they become able to breathe under Minecraft logic. Perfect! You see? We all become drowns. That's it. And then they become drowns, and then we get the Kraken on our side. And once we have the Kraken, humans are cooked. Okay, those humans are cooked. We got the Kraken, and they are done. The sea zombies win this. Yeah, Minecraft logic. You're not fooling me with a tough act, Ada. I know you'll love it if I find those two missing boys. Then we can keep going with everything we've prepared, and, was that a gunshot? Huh? What an odd way for lightning to strike. I don't think that was lightning. Right, that must be Vega. I suppose that's better than not finding them at all. I'll just think of another way to help Ada later. So I think that, like, all the teams have kind of been really split up here. All the teams have clearly been very, very split up. So much for thinking I understood dogma. I get that the kids go missing. I get that the kids going miss. I'm a little bit dyslexic, chat. Could have had many explanations, but how the hell did this get here? That's not just unpredictable, it's outright impossible. And the pulling that haunted me for so long, it's suddenly gone too? It's just like me to get what I want and still cry about it. Shouldn't I be looking at this from the bright side? The pressure is off, isn't it? If I die now, I won't have to worry about, You can't die, though. He's immortal. You have to be killed by me, or you live. It'd be great if things just up and solve things on their own. As much as I'd like things to be that way, there's a limit to what can be overlooked. An Earth subject can't even be alive, let alone move such long distances. And that awful sensation is gone, despite not having even started with my plan. That is not lightning. That is not lightning at all. Vega? That's an oddly suspicious lightning strike. It's like when you drive through that one neighborhood and you hear fireworks, you know, in the middle of the day, and you go, fireworks shop must be testing stuff. You know what I mean? Wait, we should get tridents like some drowns in Minecraft? Should the others have harpoons? Okay, but the problem with tridents is you throw a trident and it's gone. Like Minecraft logic, the trident drowned have infinite tridents and they just keep going, right? But if we get a trident, what are we gonna do? We get the retractable harpoon because we can blast the human with it and then reel them back in. And then once they're trapped on the harpoon, it's very easy to eat their brains. And if they die, it's kind of like, whatever. We just res them as zombies later to add to the army. But, like, if we're trying to run after them, if we're trying to catch up to, they're just gonna blast us all. And that doesn't sound fun. Why would we let them use ranged weapons and only use melee weapons themselves? We win when we eat their brains. So, I'm telling you, we have to take them out, because we don't want to shoot at the humans. That would be bad, because if the humans are dead, that brain's no good. But if you hit him with a retractable harpoon, you still got him for a little bit. Make it like Hornet's Needle. There it is. There it is. You attach a string to the end of the trident, and then you throw it. That could definitely work. You gotta make sure to put barbs on it. It's gotta be a barbed trident, so it's good for reeling in people, though. Because I'm pretty sure Hornet's Needle would just, like, slip out too easily. You gotta get the brain from over there to over here. What if once we storm the Navy, what if once we, the zombies, storm the Navy, we put, like, a bunch of harpoons in one of those really big ship cannons? Like in Pirates of the Caribbean! Like in Pirates of the Caribbean, when they shot, like, forks and stuff out of the cannons, just shoot harpoons out with ropes attached and then reel it back in. There it is. We go offshore of the human base, because humans love water. Humans love drinking water or something like that. And then we blast them from the boat, and then we yoink them down. They have to stay inside all the time, and eventually it'll be like a siege. It'll be like a siege. They can't stay inside forever. They're gonna run out of resources. We don't run out of resources. We're undead. Use every advantage you have. Lay siege to the humans via the sea. Cut off the supply route. Maybe she got a good reason. We should hurry. Make it like a bee sting where it's barbed and there's poison or something. That might be a little, but like, if we put poison on it, how's that gonna change the flavor of the brain, really? Because the whole goal is to eat brains. You know, we're the zombies. If the goal is eat brains, I feel like poison, that might... What am I hearing? A very detailed plan, a very well thought out plan flow on how exactly we, as Team Zombies, take over the Navy and then the world, subsequently. And how do we humans get what they stay away from the sea? Well... Okay, that is... I feel like we could definitely start with storming the Navy, though. The poison wouldn't make it taste better. Yeah, you see this logic? And so, when the humans stay away from the ocean, that's obviously bad, because we take over the Navy, but then we can chase them later. I feel like that's a later problem, Clover, because originally, we gotta storm the Navy because we need harpoons. Harpoons are optimal zombie weapons. They're, like, big, they're kinda easy to hold because zombie motor skills aren't great. You stick it, like, vaguely into the harpoon cannon, and then you pull the trigger in the general direction of the person, and then you get them. It's large, it's easy to hit stuff with. Harpoon gun, Fantastic. Who has the harpoon guns? The Navy. So we storm the Navy, and then we take over the ocean. Then we have the ocean zombies. We got the Kraken, we get the zombie sharks, we get the zombie starfish. I don't know what you're gonna do with the zombie starfish, but I know what I'm gonna do with the zombie starfish. That's gonna be a ninja star. I'm gonna throw that zombie starfish at things, and then it'll bite them. No one ever said that the bite had to be a human bite. You know, starfish mouths? Starfish mouths are on, like, the bottom of the starfish. Oh, hold on. Let me pull up a picture of a starfish for reference. Starfish mouth picture. So the starfish mouth, you can actually see it. It's right on the bottom of the starfish. It's right on the bottom. It's like the perfect ninja star. It's the perfect ninja star, chat. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Here is a picture of starfish. This is a starfish. Look at his mouth. You see that right there? That's the starfish mouth. It's right there in the middle. So all you have to do, and it's got a bunch of little suckers on it too. Those stick to people. So if we zombify the starfishes, then we just yeet these at people. Then the starfish starts chomping away. And that's some really easy extra zombies right there. I'm just saying, Team Zombie has definitely got the advantage here. I could just resurrect more people for on land, and now we have the sea and land. Nowhere safe. Yeah, but we gotta start shuriken style. See? Clover gets it. You gotta throw them like shurikens. You gotta get the starfish on your side. I can talk to the starfish. I'm a fish. I go into the sea. I go under the sea, down where it's wetter, down where it's better, and I talk to the starfish, right? And once we get the starfish on our side, then everybody's cooked, right? Why would you want, when you have the option to be playing Team Human or Team Zombie, who in their right mind picks Team Human, is all I'm saying. We clearly have the advantage. We take the sea, then we take the harpoons, then we take the land, and nobody's hiding from the zombies. Nobody's getting away from the zombies. It's gonna be easy. It's nothing. Sorry. Don't worry about it. I wonder what other good things, like what other good animals would be helpful to turn into zombies. You can resurrect the megalodon, but we need to find like a complete megalodon skeleton for that. We need to that would be like a quest. We'd have to go at the bottom of the ocean and search around for like a while. I feel like that's a lot of effort to hunt one down. If we can hunt one down, definitely. And we have all the time in the world. We do have all the time in the world, but we don't want the humans to get a hold of like any weaponry, right? Because all the big explosives are on land. What happens when the humans get the missiles, yeah? We don't want the humans to get the missiles. Then we're all cooked. Humans start nuking the zombie fleet, then we're cooked. Because not much you could do about that. That's pretty big. So there is a time limit. But definitely we send a squad. We'll send a squad for it to go hunt down the megalodon. What other animals, though? What other animals do we go zombify? Because if we're in the ocean, we can go get all the underwater ocean animals, and those are pretty good, right? But honestly, how often are you gonna find people underwater? That just prevents people from ever going into the ocean. If we have all the giant squids and the kraken on our side, axolotls, yes, I zombify the axolotls. That'd be adorable. But we get a problem if all the humans are gone. Clover has a point. Clover does have a point. Okay, so wait, we need a way to have the humans as a continuous food source. No. Okay, wait, this does bring, like, a long-term issue into frame. Okay, as the zombies, if we, the zombies, are using humans as food, but every time we eat a human, then the human turns into a zombie, then that means that we are going to be supply and demand. As we eat humans, there is less and less humans to go around, and there are more and more zombies in need of brains. That is a problem. That's like a long-term problem. We would probably win because we would eliminate the humans before the humans eliminate us, but our only source of food is human brain. Can we eat other stuff, brain? What if we did zombie farming? We get zombie farmers and we get cows or something. I don't know, cow brain maybe? Cow brain might be good. We make hamburgers out of it. We're just unresurrect. Okay, it's food problem solved, but that's gonna be really hard, bros. For one person, how are you gonna supply all the human meat for everyone? Right? How are you gonna supply all the human meat for all the zombies? We need other human. I feel like I'm gonna die, chat. That singular statement out of context is so bad. I mean, if it works, well, probably same thing as cow farms, but human. I feel like probably we don't want the humans to know that they're being farmed, though, because they'd probably want to escape. And then it wouldn't be human farm, it would be animal farm. I don't know if you guys have read that book, but I feel like it would be not good. We'd have them rebelling. So zombies put humans in small areas. Okay, so once we take over the ocean, okay, chat, once we take over the ocean as the zombies, we have our zombie fleet. Then, what we have to do is we have to find some human bases, preferably where they're weak. We don't want them to have a lot of places to hide, so no caves, no mountains, no forests. We want to find some humans basing in a large open field, right? We want to find a human base in a large open field, and then we kind of just surround them. And then it'll eventually grow into a city, but we'll make sure that they don't get any weaponry. We'll make sure that the humans don't get any weaponry, and then we just surround them. We surround them, and occasionally we go in and we munch someone, and they get munched, and it's great. It's fantastic. I'll make cave dwellers. Okay, but caves are extensive. So they can't go in the. Oh, you guard the entrance to the cave. Never mind. That's a great idea. That is a great idea. If we guard the entrance to the cave as the zombies, then the humans can't get into the cave to escape. That's genius, Rose. You got it. Rose has got the right idea. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine, Chad. Why would you play Team Human when you can play Team Zombie? It's so much better, clearly. It's so much better. It's so easy. It's like they're handing this to us. I don't know what media is always all about the humans. Oh no, the zombies. He ate my boyfriend. We gotta run away, everybody. There's no escape. Because we already have guards on the caves and the forest. You got nowhere to go. You're surrounded by an army, and we own the Navy now. We own the Navy. The Zombie Navy takes it. I'm telling you. This is a great idea. So when the zombie apocalypse comes, we gotta go all do the plan. Everybody, Cleveland, Ohio. I don't know why that's the first city that came into my brain. But they got big plains there. I'm pretty sure Ohio is plains. I've never been to Ohio. But like, it's like big plains, right? It's big plains and like a lot of open land. Perfect place for trapping the humans. That's the second place we go after we take over the Navy. We got to take over the Navy first. Yeah, we let the humans think they're free so they can. Yeah, so then we have more humans to eat. We let them think that they're secure, and then occasionally, when we need a snack, we just quietly yoink a few dozen and then disappear them, and then they're delicious. Problem solved. Problem is solved. And if we don't want to have too many zombies, no reason we can't eliminate the humans before we munch the brain. No reason you can't eliminate a human before you munch the brain. Why would you munch the brain while they're alive, and then you got one more zombie to deal with, and then Craig's gonna join the Union. Once we eat Craig's brain, Craig's gonna join the Union, and then Craig's gonna want taxes and Social Security, and then we have to take care of Craig, and Craig's gonna be like, where's my zombie job? Where's my harpoon gun? And then Craig's gonna whine, and then Craig's gonna go work for HR, and that's still fun. We don't want, so we're just gonna get it with the harpoon gun. And we take the brain after. It'll be perfect. Yeah. Only eat the adults. We don't touch the small ones. I'm gonna get banned off of Twitch. I'm sure it'll be fine. Hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate redeem, bros. I am hydrating. There you go. There's your hydrate. Excuse me. There's your hydrate. You have received your hydrate redeem.
What is he doing here anyway?
The game. I remember the game. I didn't forget. Good. Back to back to our zombie plan. So what do we do though? What do we do about the countries that have too much land? Because if we go from like the sea inwards, right? Because we got to take the navy first, so we have our harpoons. Then I feel like it'll get progressively harder the further inland we go. Because think about like Asia and Russia are gonna be really hard. So Asia and like the central portions of like Asia, Russia, and Europe. I know Russia isn't a continent. I just said it because it's really large. But like that's all land, right? That's all land, and there's not really any significant. I mean, there is like the Huanghe and the Yangtze, I think it is, rivers in China, those two twin rivers. And those give you a lot of waterway access up through most of China. But like once you get to like the main segment of Earth there, that's so much land. That's so much land. We swarm them so they evacuate to smaller places. But like, there's so much ground to cover, and it's really easy to like put zombies all around. Like, if we the zombies take over the coastline, then humans can't like fish or whatever. They might go to the lakes or something like that. Yeah. But like once we take over the coastline, we got that whole area protected. It's really hard for them to get around, but getting to the land in the middle feels like it'd be pretty difficult, because if we try to, have you ever seen that movie or that trailer for that movie where all the zombies like were storming that big wall? I think it was like World War Z, I think it was called, that zombie where all the zombies like climbed on top of each other to get over the wall, and it was like CGI, and everyone was really impressed by how good the CGI is. Kind of mid. Anyway, if we have that problem, then that's a really, really big target for AoE. That's too easy AoE. If Rose is a necromancer, who's to say that the humans didn't figure out a wizard, right? What if they get the wizards out and the wizards got fireball, and then we're cooked? We're cooked, right? Because Rose isn't, yeah, that's World War Z. Okay, but if the humans have wizards, you don't want to group up all the zombies, especially not on land, because you know what that is? That's a good encouragement for 8d6 fire damage, aka fireball, and then we're done. Then we're cooked. Then we're toasted. You really think you can face down a wall of wizards? Like 5 wizards and we're done. We're not fast, we're zombies. Half the zombies probably have ankles that don't work correctly, and they're using pogo sticks. It's like, you ever played Plants vs. Zombies? That's why they ride the pogo sticks, is because their ankles don't work. They broke their ankles, and their ankles don't regenerate because they're zombies, so they're using pogo sticks. And I feel like a bunch of pogo zombies versus the wizards, that's not gonna good. You take out the wizards first, make them zombies, wizard zombies. Can the wizard zombies cast spells? It depends on what kind of spell, because spells have verbal and somatic components, right? So, like Fireball has verbal, somatic, and material components. You need like bat poo to cast it, zombie moles to get them for the zombie moles. That's a good idea. The zombie moles is a fantastic idea, but the zombie moles aren't gonna work. You can make them smart. Okay, but they don't need to, okay, yeah, but what about like pronouncing the words and moving their hands good? Because we've established that zombies don't have great motor skills. Are you gonna puppet all of them? That might take a lot of concentration. I posted the painting. I don't know what happened to my hand. Oh, hold on, no, I'll pull it up. You posted it on Blue Sky, right? You posted it on Blue Sky? I'm gonna go check. So, like, if we have the wizards have to pronounce the correct words to cast their spells, and if they get distracted halfway through and they say like brains, then instead of fireball, then they're gonna like drop a half-finished magic partway through, and who knows what happens then? Who knows what? Then oh my gosh! Whoa! This is so pretty. Hold on, I'm downloading this. I'm gonna show everybody. I'm gonna show Flo drew a painting. Flo did a painting. We're gonna show everybody your painting on stream. Hold on, chat. I gotta show you guys this. This is so cute. Here it is. Ta-da! Look how cute this is, chat. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, it's adorable! I look so cute. I look so cute in this. Yeah, so blue sky. And puppeteering. This is really wholesome. This is really... I love how you've done the water. What's that in my hand? Hold on, chat. Give me like 2 seconds. What is this in my hand? What have you put in my hand? Don't ask what happened to... What does that say? What does that say? What is that? I'm trying to zoom in like more so I can see. What does that say? What does that say, Flo? Make sad. Does that just say make and then there's a sad face below it? Is that what that is? Is that what that is? What is that? Hold on. It's Mellow. Is that a picture of Mellow? Because Mellow's over here. There's Mellow over there. I got Mellow over there, I think. I got like a pamphlet. It's a marshmallow. Oh, it's a hot cocoa recipe. I think it's a hot cocoa recipe, chat. I'm struggling to read. It's really small. It's not even your fault. It's just like the pixelation is so bad at this level. I'm looking at this tiny little thing in his hand and I'm trying to figure out what that is. Does it say marshmallow? M-A-L. It's, again, like, Flo, this is completely fine. It's not like anything wrong with your art. It's just, it's so pixelated. Your poor camera's not doing this justice. It's hot cocoa. Got it. Oh, it's a package of instant cocoa. I see. I understand. I also have the instant cocoa. Instant cocoa is really good. It says marsh. I think it's how to make marshmallows. It could be both. A lot of hot cocoa pouches have instructions on how to make the marshmallows on the back. Like how to make the hot chocolate or how to make the marshmallows. What I really like is like the Abuela's hot cocoa. It's fantastic. It's really, really good. The Abuela's hot cocoa is really good, but the problem with it is like, it takes so long. It comes in this little chocolate disc, and then you're supposed to break off like a triangle and put it in milk or whatever, and then boil it on the stove. And it's really good, but it takes so long. I don't got that kind of time. So, the wizards. So we get the wizards. And now Clover suggested... my finger got blue out. Don't get paint on your phone, please. Flo, be careful not to get paint on your phone. That would be bad. But the wizards. Okay, hear me out about the wizards, okay? So, if we get the wizards, and Clover suggested we get them with the moles. What do we do when we get really cold? What about Mongolia and Siberia? Those are pretty cold. I feel like the moles wouldn't do great. Yeah, so the wizards, I'm listening, right? So, the coastline's gonna be very, very easy to take over, because that's the first place we go, we get the harpoons, we take over the navy, zombie navy, great. But then, zombies are slow, and we've all seen Plants vs. Zombies. Everyone has played Plants vs. Zombies. We know that zombies walk slowly, and when we walk slowly towards the humans, if they have a lawnmower, or a wizard, or whatever, then they have plenty of time to take out however many zombies are walking towards them. You can learn Fireball and burn it, but we need more than... That's great. That's great, and you can assist. You can be like, you could be the cool necromancer witch in the back, like in the War of the Four Armies and Lord of the Rings, right? It'll be great. My fingers are blue. Good. That's I don't know what you're gonna do with blue fingers. Just don't get paint everywhere. Careful not to touch any white shirts. But when we storm the land, we're slow because we're zombies, and we need to get around faster and find a way to deal with AoE, because what are we gonna do against the wizards and the lawnmowers and I don't know, what do they got in Plants and Zombies, like pea shooters and stuff to protect the world from devastation? Welcome in, Virgil. We're talking about zombies. To catch you up on what's been going on stream, we're technically playing this game or whatever, but mostly we're talking about how to take over the world as the zombies. You own nothing white? That's good. It is really easy to get stains all over stuff. I get stains on everything. I spill cocoa on everything at least once. I think I've even spilled cocoa on my PC a few times. Somehow it's holding on, which is good, but I have definitely spilled cocoa on it. The problem is, when the zombies go on land, zombies are slow, we are not fast, we're zombies. If we play Team Zombie in the zombie apocalypse and everybody gets bit on purpose, I will make any zombie you say, Koi. Okay. Do a zombie wizard. Do a zombie wizard. That's what it is. Zombie wizard. That's gonna be my selection. That's gonna be my selection. Any animal you want? Ooh, zombie kraken. Do a zombie kraken. A zombie kraken would be fun. I'm gonna do a zombie kraken. Yes, we'll do. Zombie kraken sounds awesome. Zombie kraken sounds awesome, right? But it's so easy to take over the sea because krakens are fast. Krakens are fast. Team Manticarp. Let's go, Team Manticarp. Welcome in, Team Manticarp. Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Meow, that's right.
I can't do that voice. I can't do that voice, chat. I cannot. I'm dying. I'm dying slowly. The problem. So, the moles are good. If we take the moles, if we get like the actual moles, they can dig under the ground. But what about when it gets too cold? Or what about when the ground is too hard for them to tunnel? You can also make out of context koi. I'm just saying that it will be really hard to take over the land, and we're gonna need like assistance or something. Maybe we could get some people to defect to Team Zombie once they figure out that it's better. Maybe once people start figuring out that Team Zombie is gonna win, then they'll start defecting. And then once they start defecting to Team Zombie, then everything's gonna be so much easier. It's gonna be so much easier. But getting that first human, I don't want to say, getting that first human farm set up is gonna be the hardest part, right? Because once we have the humans surrounded, we're good. They can't go anywhere. But getting them originally surrounded is gonna be really hard. Because zombies on land, not fast. Humans have plants, humans have lawnmowers, humans have wizards. And wizards are powerful. Wizards are scary. Time to make short, koi. So, Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the humans are developing. I feel like they probably develop some pretty weird things. I feel like they develop some pretty weird things to stop the zombies. And they have time. They have too much time. The worst case scenario is we take over the ocean and the humans take over the land, and then we're gonna be at like a stalemate forever. We're gonna be at a stalemate. It's gonna be awful. Oh, thank you for the 20 stream streak, Virgil. That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming to all my streams. That's really neat. Nate, have I done 20 streams? Is that all of them? Is that all of my streams? That might have been all my streams so far. You might have seen all of them, actually. That'd be really funny. I'd have to check. I might have slightly more than that, because I remember... No, the first time I saw you was, like, when we were partway through Silk Song, so shortly after we started Silk Song was when you joined. So... Ooh. Yeah, that is the majority of the streams that I've done, though.
Really? You're taking a nap at a time like this?
You or Clover probably have the longest streak right now, though.
Just screw it. I'm just gonna drag you outside if that's what you want.
We're getting dragged. I can make Pokemon that aren't zombies. Rose, how? You can't have so many powers. You're a necromancer. Where are we getting the Pokemon from? Where are we getting the Pokemon? Where are the Pokemon coming from? I get that you could resurrect people. That makes sense. But we need to have already dead Pokemon for us to do that. Which means that we would have to take over the human base first, which means we have to get on land. We have to get on land and take over the humans somehow. But we're slow. We need a solution. We need a solution to deal with the wizards and the lawnmowers and the gardening of all the human magic. That's a great idea, but how? They got magic too. They got wizards. They got wizards. We send moles at them, and that gets like the front lines. But what happens when they start standing on top of a mountain or slightly harder earth that's been frozen a little, or even some stuff made of gravel? The moles kind of start not working very well once they're standing on gravel. The gravel is a very effective defense against zombie moles, unfortunately. You gotta play both sides of the argument. If you want to be the very best zombie that you can be, you have to play both sides of the argument. Because if you only look at one side, then they're gonna be looking at all the tactics that you're doing too. Halfway to Sands. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. That is gonna be fun. Almost there, Virgil. Almost there, halfway. You just gotta do everything that you just did. But again, and then we'll do Sans. I think that we have to find a way to get like vehicles, because if we the zombies acquire vehicles, if we get vehicles, then that's fast. We can get speed, and we already have the advantage of being able to lay siege indefinitely because the humans will starve before we do because we're zombies. We obviously need to eat because zombies eat brains. So presumably that means that we need to eat, but we will last longer than humans in a siege. So if we can somehow find a way to cut off their supply route, then we win. But that means that we have to find the supply route. So let's think about like a hypothetical human base, right? If we have one human base, you know what? So maybe we may or may not actually get to playing this game today. MS Paint Online. If we can find a way to like take over one human base hypothetically with every advantage, then that should mean that taking over every other human base will be easy. Am I right? Am I right? I feel like that makes sense. I think that makes sense. That makes sense enough. Okay. So what we need to do, what we really need to do right now is we need to find a way. We need to find a way to take over one singular human base as the zombies, right? So let's think about this. Let's think about this logically. We have the human base. The human base is here, and let's assume that they have every advantage that they possibly could. So first let's build the human base. And then once we've built the human base, once we've correctly built the human base with like every advantage that the humans could possibly have, then we're gonna try as the zombies to storm it, like hypothetically. Corey should make a Dungeons and Dragons stream where he's the DM. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. That would be fun. I would totally do that. That'd be a blast, honestly. Okay, so that's the point. Humans will want Pokemon, and the wizards will make them, so I can resurrect the fallen Pokemon. That's smart. Okay, so we've established that the humans have Pokemon. So we're gonna build the human base. So let's make this a little smaller. Let's have this represent the human base. Then we're gonna assume that this is all gravel, right? Because they gotta protect against the zombie moles, and we want to give them every advantage possible. So the human base is surrounded by gravel, so tunneling with the zombie moles and other zombies is probably no good. Tunneling is bad because surrounded by gravel. So we're kind of cooked in that aspect. But the humans have made Pokemon. The humans have made Pokemon as well. So outside of the base, they got like they got their little. I don't know how to draw Pikachu. Who knows how to draw Pikachu? I don't know how to draw Pikachu. Pikachu looks like this. There we go. Perfect. So the humans have Pokemon, and the Pokemon are on the outside of the base. And because Rose is a necromancer. You're gonna need your third energy drink of the day to process it. It's fine. You're gonna be great. We're having a good time, okay? So the humans are using their Pokemon to prevent us from getting in to the human facility, and the human facility, we're gonna put a big fence around it. Yeah, they're gonna want a big fence because they got every possible advantage, right? I can draw Pikachu. If you draw Pikachu, I'll paste the image into this, whatever this is. That's what I'll do. So we got this. Here's the human base. It's covered in gravel. What other advantages would the human want? Chat, what other advantages would the human want? I'd think if I were playing the humans and we have wizards, we would also want, like, somewhere for the wizards to stand, right? So we're going to put, like, wizard towers at every corner. Yeah. We're going to have wizard towers at every corner of the human base. So here's what the humans are doing. They got a bunch of wizard towers, and there's wizards in here. These are wizards. You can tell that they're wizards because they have little hats on, right? They got little hats on. That's how we know that they're wizards. They got little tiny hats. There we go. Perfect. Because only wizards wear hats. Obviously. So if all the wizards are inside of these towers, we got wizard towers. So now we got to deal with the wizards. And then the wizards are also Pokemon trainers. Don't forget that the wizards are Pokemon trainers because the wizards summon the Pokemon. Right? We should probably make a graph, like a key of like what humans do what, right? So we know like what the humans are doing and how. So remember, we'll put like the key up in the top corner here. Wizards, which they have. Wizards create Pokemon. So that is like an active issue that we need to deal with, is wizards creating Pokemon. If we leave the wizards unattended, they will make more Pokemon and we will be cooked. So wizards make Pokemon, and then they also have gravel to stop the moles. So we can't use moles either. Means no moles. No diggy. Diggy's not. They got gravel and they got underground defenses. No mole. No digging. No digging. No, I'll do a shovel. I'll do a shovel so it's extra clear. It makes extra lots of sense. No digging. I can draw Pikachu. I'm checking chat. I'm checking chat to make sure I haven't missed anything. Right. They got wizard towers, they got gravel under the base, and they got Pokemon on the outside, and the wizards are Pokemon trainers. So then we have Pokemon trainer wizards. And what else? Chat, what do we give the humans? Chat, what do the humans have? Remember, we are playing Team Zombie. We are the zombies, and we want to storm the human base. But to make sure that we can storm the human base, this is after we've already taken over the ocean. Once we take over the ocean, then we go on the land, and then we storm the human base. But if we can hypothetically find a way to successfully break into the most powerful human base possible and turn them all into zombies, then we know that we can win, and we can take over the whole world, right? So we want to give them, like, every possible advantage. If you're playing Team Human, what do you want here? What do you have? What? I'm looking in chat. They need fire. Jester Devil says they need fire. Welcome in. They're welcome to chat for the first time. They might have anti-air weapons to counter our zombie eagles. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, so they're gonna have fire and anti-air weapons as the zombies. So the zombies are going to have to deal with. Where do we put the fire? Do we put like do we just put like a moat of fire like around the human base? I guess they could just have, like, a moat of lava or whatever. But then, how are the wizard Pokemon? I guess they could have fire types, couldn't they? But then we're going to have to redraw Pikachu. We're going to have to redraw Pikachu, chat. Because the wizard Pokemon trainers... The wizard Pokemon trainers guarding from the towers are going to have some way for the Pokemon to live. Yes, around the base. Okay, so we got fire. We got fire just going. They got, like, netherrack under it or something. That's why it burns forever. They have anti-air weapons, said Clover. Okay, so we got... What do we have for anti-air weapons? I don't know. Let's do, like, a big... Let's do, like, a big cannon. I'll do like a firework. That's it. We'll do a firework, and I'll even put like little stripes on it. You know how when you see fireworks in like really old movies and they have those really corny like classic like stripes on them. That's how you know it's a firework. That's how you know it's because of the really corny stripes on it. Okay, so they got this. And then somehow we're gonna have to deal with this. This is probably on fire already, right? This is already going because it's surrounded by fire, and we're dealing with the wizard Pokemon trainers. So us, the zombies, we're coming in from like over here. Let's say here we'll put the zombie lines over here, and we're trying to invade. So we got Rose, and Rose said that she's a necromancer. So we got one necromancer, and we know that she's a necromancer because she wears a pink hat. As opposed to the blue hat which wizards wear. Remember, wizard Pokemon trainers wear blue hats. That's how we tell, because only wizards would wear blue hats. And she's a necromancer because she wears a pink hat, right? Okay, so we got Rose over here. We got Rose over here. I posted the good Koi fan art. Let me check your blue sky. Let me check your blue sky. I'm gonna pull that up right now. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm looking. Let me see if I can find it. I will pop open Discord. Discordo. I will pop open the Discordo and see if I can find. I see. Do I see it? I'm looking in your profile. Who is this? This is Flo. Yeah, this is Flo. Okay, I'm Flo. I'm looking on your blue sky. I'm trying to find it. Oh, that's cute. Hold on, I'm gonna show this fan art. As well. Hold on, guys. Flo did a sketch. And it's really cute. We got this. Look at this. It's a goth girl and me being trapped. You see, help. The little help is the best part. Nom brains. This is live action footage of me when I got taken by the zombies. This is how the zombies got me. It was a zombie goth girl. Anyway, we're gonna put that right up in the corner there so everybody can see it. Well, this will just be a permanent fixture, right? We'll put that right there. Okay, real small. But if anyone asks how Koi got turned into a zombie, that's how. That's what happened. I got got by the zombie goth girl. I posted the goofy fan art. The nom. That's it. It's the nom that got me. It is the nom that got me. I'm very vulnerable to these sorts of attacks. So we the zombies are trying to break in past the wizard Pokemon trainers, the anti-air defense, and the fire that the human base is surrounded with. And remember, the human base ground is gravel. So now, this is presumably like everything that the humans would want. So we got the zombies. We the zombies got to break in now somehow. We got to somehow get in here. So I figure the first thing I figure the first thing is somehow, if we want to break into the human base, we need to find a way to take out the anti-air defense. Because if we leave the anti-air defense to, like, just sit here, then we can't get our zombie eagles in. Because Clover said that the reason that they had the anti-air defense is because we want to get our zombie eagles in. So how do I do like a zombie eagle? I don't know. I'll do like a bird with like really freaky deaky looking wings like this. Perfect. There you go. It looks kind of like a plane, but just ignore that. It looks like a green plane. Just go with it, okay? It's a zombie eagle. I'll even put like I'll put a little notation on it. E. Just the letter. That's plenty. Now everybody knows what it is. So we got the eagle. The eagle is going to be shot at by the anti-air defense if we go in. So I think Rose, the first thing that Rose would want to do is we want to find a way to take out the anti-air defense. So if we, the zombies, approach the anti-air defense, here's what's happening. We got two we got two of the Pokemon, wizard Pokemon trainers. The two wizard Pokemon trainers are now going to be casting Fireball down at the south zombie attack, and they're going to be backed up by a bunch of fire types. So we'll put like a Charizard in here or something. We'll put a what if the humans have a nuke? Okay. We will just say that the humans used their nuke, and they blew up, like, this half of the army. Perfect. So now we know that this half of the army is gone. They hit one of our boats with it, and it's just, like, kerplooey, right? Okay, perfect. We want to give them every advantage possible. So this part got exploded. This is, like, a nuke zone, so nobody can go in here. And then no one's allowed in that general vicinity. I'll just make the map a little bit bigger. So now we blew up, like, this whole portion with the nuke. But now that that's solved, we gotta go around. So we'll just go around. We'll go around the big nuke area, and we'll try to attack the anti-air defense. They have 20 nuclear bombs. Okay, hold on, wait. Hold on, chat. I gotta, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Perfect. All right. Explode everything. There you go. There you go. All right. So now they hit the humans. The humans use all their nukes. Let me just. There we go. Okay. So now the humans they've done 20 nukes. They did 20. We don't know why they got that many. Wouldn't the radiation from the nukes expand for miles? Hold on. Wait. I got just the solution. I can't make it any bigger. Oh, I can't make it any bigger. Oh, I don't think this website lets me make it any bigger. No! No, I can't make it any bigger, chat. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. Wait, no. I got it. I figured it out. Hold on. You said it expanded for miles, right? We love the expanded for miles. Okay, so we're gonna put like the edge of the radiation, like grab green, right? Okay, so the radiation ends over here. That's where it ends. Okay, so chat, remember, we're trying to break in the human base past the. Okay, so to recap everything, welcome Annie into stream. In every direction. Oh my gosh. Okay. Done. So, we're trying to break into the human base right here, and the human base's floor is made of gravel, so we can't send the zombie moles in. They have an anti-air defense to stop our zombie eagles. Rose is a necromancer, and Rose is actively guiding the zombie army to take out the wizard Pokemon trainers, which are on towers of fire. Of course, explosion equals therapy. Yes. I'll make the zombie wizard make some of the zombies invisible to take out their anti-air thingy. Great idea, Rose. Great idea. And just hearing explode everything in no context at all. Yeah, we're playing. So, you know, when the zombie apocalypse happens, how everyone talks about, oh, when the zombie apocalypse happens, I would survive. No, we aren't going to survive. We're going to go join the zombies because the zombies have the advantage, and we're currently proving it. We're currently proving that the zombies have the advantage, and that the zombies would be better at, obviously, taking over the entirety of the world. But what if they, what does that say? What does that say, Wordle? What if they up, left, down, down, down? Are they trying to enter a cheat code? Okay, so the humans enter a cheat code. That's what happens. The humans have now entered a cheat code, and they have infinite money. Luckily for us, their infinite cheat code, their infinite money cheat code does nothing because money is worthless because it's the apocalypse. Perfect. So now that they've done that, their first reaction to us trying to storm it, the anti-air defense, so we can get the zombie eagles in, was, what did they do? What did they do? Hold on, I'm looking through chat. Rose, I'll make the zombie wizard, some of the zombies invisible. Okay, so currently what we're doing is we are trying to attack the anti-air defense with invisible zombies. So we have a wave of invisible zombies coming in at the anti-air defense of the human base, which is surrounded by fire, protected by wizard Pokemon trainers, and an anti-air defense, and they have infinite money, but their infinite money is infinitely worthless because it is the apocalypse, and they can't purchase anything with it. So, the invisible zombies, we storm the anti-air defense, and we're gonna say that this wizard here, only one of the wizards, we know that they're a wizard because they wear a blue hat, because who else would wear a blue hat but a wizard? Okay, so one of the wizards is actually a lich, because we gotta give the humans every advantage possible. So this one has true sight. Only this one, though. And how do we signify him as a lich? We're gonna put a pink dot on his hat. Because who would wear a blue hat with a pink dot other than a lich? Obviously. So, this one has true sight, and this one can see the invisible zombies. So, this wizard Pokemon trainer, he's gonna probably send out his fire type, because remember, Jester said that the human base is surrounded by fire. So, he's gonna send out his Charizard. And then we gotta deal with so, currently, the Charizard can't actually see, this is what Charizard looks like, right? I think that's what Charizard looks like. That's like about right, I think. Now draw a goth girl, hee hee. Okay, we'll say that one of the zombies, Koi isn't listening to me. Look, it's a Helldivers thing. I saw it. We did the 20 nukes already. We dropped 20 nukes. The humans entered the cheat code. The cheat code gave them infinite money, but they can't buy anything with the infinite money. You see, Virgil? You see? They can't buy anything with the infinite money because the infinite money is worthless because it's the apocalypse. So here comes Charizard. Now, the good thing about Charizard is Charizard doesn't have true sight. Charizard can't see the invisible zombies, but the wizard Pokemon trainer can! He has true, and he's looking at the invisible zombies, and the invisible zombies are right here. Okay, so we drop, the humans dropped all the nukes. They have so many nukes. Clover said one more nuke, so we'll put one more nuke right there. And then 21 nukes now total. Does anyone want any more nukes? Are we done with the nukes? Do we need more? Are there more? Are we good? We're good. Okay, so one of the zombies is a goth girl, was the next thing that we said. Okay, how do I make one of these zombies a goth girl? I'll give her, like, fishnets. And... perfect. Alright, done. No 5 more nukes. Okay, Jared says 5 more nukes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. They have really bad aim, actually. All the human nukes, for some reason, are going to, like, one specific location. We don't really know why. We don't really know why all the human nukes are good. Could you send my zombie goth girl? I just made one. Let me see. I don't know if I'll be able to get it on this app, but I might be able to get it on stream. Let me see. Apparently, Flo has done a custom drawing. What about down, up, left, down, up, right, down? Okay, the humans are entering, like, a lot of cheat codes now. I feel like, though, we can't do this all day because the humans already entered, like, one cheat code, right? So if the humans already entered one cheat code, then that's, like, the cheat code that they did. And if we just do this all, then we'd have so many cheat codes for the humans that we'd just be doing this over and over again constantly. Well, I do not see your upload to Blue Sky, so I don't think I can grab it. But I will say that this is your zombie goth girl right here, and your zombie goth girl is a part of the invisible zombie invasion. So, right now, Team Zombies, listen to me, chat, Team Zombies. We are being attacked by it's a stratagem code, not a cheat code. Okay, it's different. What does it do, Virgil? What does it do? You haven't posted it yet? All right, good. So that means I didn't miss anything. Virgil informed me. If you're listening, thank you, Team Zombies. You are currently being attacked by a Charizard. So invisible zombies plus zombie goth girl are attacking the anti-air defense, so that way the zombie eagles can get into the human base and take out the wizard Pokemon trainers, right? You're currently being attacked by this Char. Now, he has really bad aim because he can't see, but the Lich is trying to direct him, and I think one of the zombies at this point definitely catches fire. This one's on fire, and currently the rest of the zombies, there's more zombies here. There's not just 3, obviously, but I'm not gonna sit here all day and draw zombies. But currently, the zombie goth girl is closest to the zombie that's currently on fire, and the rest of the zombies are just existing within Rose's invisibility shield. Rose, you can't currently cast more spells because in order to keep these zombies invisible and keep this Charizard's aim really bad, that you have to be currently focusing on invisibility. Invisibility is a focus spell, I think. Right? So this all makes sense so far. This makes perfect sense so far. So now, we as the zombies need a way to take out the Charizard before this Lich, Wizard, Zombie, Necromancer, Pokemon Trainer takes out the Zombie Goth Girl army that is going to kill the anti-air defense, which is preventing our zombie eagles from storming the base and winning everything. A stratagem has come something down for the Super Destroyer. Okay, so you're saying it's like an orbital laser? They're calling like an orbital laser down? Okay, got it. Orbital laser. How big is the orbital laser? Would you say it's bigger or smaller than a nuke, Virgil? Is the orbital laser bigger or smaller than a nuke? We gotta figure out how large it is so I can draw it accurately. Ooh, I have a circle tool. That's great. That's great. How big is it compared to a nuke, Virgil? Is it like bigger, smaller, medium-sized? We haven't figured it out yet. You have to focus on invisibleness. Okay, so Zombie Goth Girl Army. I think that here's what the zombies do. This zombie is already going. He's going in for it. If this zombie's going in, we're gonna have this zombie just like go. He's gonna go to try to put out the little fuse on the comical firework. You can tell it's a firework because it has those weird stripes on it, right? So he's gonna go for the fireworks. I get a firefighter helicopter and put Charizard's flame out on his tail. Oh, okay, that's really smart. Okay, so we got a zombie in a helicopter now. So we've now got a helicopter zombie. We get a helicopter zombie, and the helicopter zombie is gonna come in here. We're gonna put, how do we tell it's a there we go. Perfect drawing of a helicopter, chat. Perfect. Okay, so here's the helicopter zombie. Currently, Clover is the helicopter zombie. He's coming in, and he's like a firefighter zombie. So he's gonna spray water. He's gonna spray water at Charizard to try to put out its fire, so that way it dies. That's great. A Hellbomb is 20 times bigger than a nuke. Got it. Okay, let me do about like 20 nukes width. Then let me just make sure that this is accurately sized. Just gotta get my paint bucket here, and that looks about right. And then wait, just so we know it's an explosive, we'll put a nuke in the middle. Perfect. Okay, so we have now extinguished the flame. We've now extinguished the flame on the Charizard, right? The Lich Wizard Pokemon Trainer has lost his Charizard because Charizard has been extinguished. We'll say that Clover, your firefighting also extinguished the flames on this zombie here. He took a little bit of damage. And by a little bit of damage, I mean I'm incredibly lazy and I'm not going to redraw. Wait, hold on. Why is my eraser not working? Wait, my eraser isn't working, chat. My eraser is not working. Here we go. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, I got it. There we go. Okay, so he took a little bit of damage. He did take a little, but he's mostly okay. He's mostly, look how much zombie there is left. See, he's fine. He's fine. And all of this will happen on Cody's bittersweet birthday. Perfect. Okay, so this is all of my birthday, apparently. This is happening on September 4th. Okay, and then they said, they say step aside, 9/11. Say hello to 9/4, the zombie storming of the human base. Only missing a few limbs. He's fine. He's fine, and his name is Jerry. We're gonna name this one Jerry. I think his name is Jerry. Do you guys think his name is Jerry? I think his name is Jerry. This is Jerry. Jerry's a little bit injured, but he's doing okay otherwise. Jerry is okay. Jerry is fine. He's definitely good. What if the humans have Deadpool? Oh, that would be bad. That would definitely be bad. Okay, so after we've taken out the Charizard from this wizard Pokemon trainer guarding the base, and then Pikachu's kind of got burned up by the humans' own flames here because they have a flame wall, right? Remember, they have a flame wall. So Pikachu's already cooked. The rest of the wizard Pokemon trainers don't really know what's going on here, and the humans have Deadpool. So can Deadpool see invisible things? Jerry, our favorite zombie, he is the best zombie. Can Deadpool see invisible things? We might have to look this up. Hold on. We're gonna look this up right now. Can Deadpool see invisible stuff? We're gonna do like a little swords in his hands. Okay. Can Deadpool see invisible things? No, he can't. So, Deadpool can't see the zombie approaching army. He's just here now. He's here, but he is not immune to zombie goth girls. So, I feel... what are we doing now? What are we doing now? This is currently the situation. Chat, and now as we invade, we're almost there. We've almost successfully taken out the anti-air defense, stopping the zombie eagles from getting into the human base, okay? Don't forget, if they eat Deadpool, then the zombies that eat him go into the Deadpool hive mind, and they're all Deadpool. I'm still focusing on the invisibleness. Smart. But if Deadpool can't see the invisible zombie goth girl army. Well, you know, we're going to say that they're all zombie goth girls, because I think that's kind of funny. I think that's kind of funny, so that's what's happening now. We're going to give them fishnets, so you can tell. There you go. Perfect. There, now you can tell. Perfect. I'm gonna be right back. I'm taking a bath and I'm covered in paint. Why? Oh, wait, you did a painting. That does make sense. But, like, covered in paint? You know what? I've learned not to ask too many questions. But then we get invisible zombie goth Deadpools. That's right! That's right. So when the zombies chomp Deadpool, then Deadpool doesn't die? Does Deadpool die or does Deadpool become a zombie? I don't really know. Hold on. Let's ask. If a zombie bites Deadpool, well, we'll ask the AI. This is the one thing the AI is good for. If a zombie bites Deadpool, what happens? Zombies turn into Deadpool's Return of the Living Deadpool Ministries. In this specific arc, Deadpool consumes... What? Wait, this happened. Becomes an intelligent zombie. So he just becomes a zombie too? Does he become a zombie as well? Remains in the Marvel Zombies universe. His zombicide but his head remained alive, becoming a recurring character called Head. What? Look, I don't understand it. But we're gonna say that all of the zombie goth girls have taken a bite of Deadpool. Deadpool is apparently a head now, so we have to. Dude, there you perfect. And now we can tell that the zombie goth girls are also Deadpool, because we're gonna give them a little red hat. Because who else would wear a little red hat, and also one for Jerry. Jerry's is kind of fallen off a little bit, but he gets a beret. Because they're all a hive mind, they all gain their consciousness from that and join the oh no! Guys, chat, we messed up. Look what we've done. Now all the zombie goth girls have turned against you. Okay, so all the Deadpool, and we're gonna give them little swords, so you can tell that they're Deadpools now too. We're gonna give them little tiny swords. So now, look at that. It's fine. Wait, no. You see, look, all the zombie goth girls have turned against us. Now we have, you can stop concentrating on it, I guess, but now we have an army of invisible zombie goth girls, and they're all like, I just put my hand in water and it reactivated the paint. in the middle of the zombie siege. This is like the worst time possible. And we might have lost. I think we might be a little bit cooked here, chat. Cause hold on, we now have to deal with invisible zombie goth girl Deadpools. I mean, I'm gonna presume, Rose, are you dropping concentration, or are we leaving it? So I'm able to do whatever with other spells? Okay, yeah. So if you drop concentration, currently the zombie goth girl Deadpools and also Deadpool's head are against us now. So we have to deal with the zombie goth girl army of our own creation now. What are we gonna do with, like, an army of zombie goth girls? They are, now to be fair, they're still zombies, but for some reason they're on the human side. No, they stay invisible? No, because the reason that they were invisible is because Rose, the necromancer, our necromancer is concentrating on keeping them invisible, and once they join the humans, obviously she's not gonna concentrate on keeping them invisible anymore. You don't want invisible zombie goth girls to be against you. But the rest of the base hasn't been alerted, and we have successfully eliminated half the defenses because this zombie Pokemon trainer got taken out. Pikachu's on fire, so he doesn't count. So all we have to do is take out the anti-air defense and get past two more wizard Pokemon trainers, not zombies. We gotta get past two more wizard Pokemon trainers, and then we're in, and then we munch the brains, and then we're good. They aren't because I stopped the invisibleness. Yeah, so they're not invisible anymore. Then the more zombies will eat them instead of humans, and the zombies will also join the humans. Like, I don't know. Like, why? So currently, the reason that the zombie goth girls are against us is because of Deadpool's head. So Deadpool's head is controlling via the hive mind the zombie goth girls. So, if we can take out Deadpool's head, then we have an army of Deadpool zombie goth girls already basically inside the human base. So the next objective for us as the zombies is to take out Deadpool's head somehow. But how are we gonna take out Deadpool's head? I can kill the Deadpool, probably. Okay, Rose, as a necromancer, tell me, how exactly are you going to kill Deadpool's head to free the zombie goth girl army, the zombie goth girl Deadpool army from his control? You need to find a way to take out Deadpool's head so we can take out the anti-air defense so the zombie eagles can get into the base so we can take over the wizard Pokemon trainers and eat everyone's brains. Is everyone with me? I feel like everyone's with me. I feel like everyone followed that. So, how do we take out we take out Deadpool's head where we only have two more wizard Pokemon trainers to deal with and everyone inside is civilians. Okay, I wonder what happens if we get Sans on our side. Great idea. Sans is a skeleton, isn't he? So we're gonna get Sans on our side now. We're gonna say that he airdrops from the helicopter. Sorry, I forgot about the firefighter helicopter. So we now have Sans, and Sans is here. What does Sans look like, chat? You can tell that he's Sans because one of his eyes is blue. And then we'll give him like a little blue sweater too. He's got a little blue sweater. And legs. There he is. That's Sans. Okay, so we got Sans now. Sans is now on our side. We've officially added Sans to the battlefield. So we have Sans over here, and Sans is going to try to oppose the zombie goth girl Deadpool army. The humans get Papyrus. Do the humans get Papyrus? I guess it's fair enough. Okay, we're gonna give the humans Papyrus. I mean, he is a skeleton, so he is kind of like vulnerable to necromancy, though. You have to keep that in mind. What does Papyrus look like? You can tell it's Papyrus because he's got a really big jaw. And we're gonna give him like and legs. Perfect. Okay, so that's Papyrus. Papyrus would want to help his brother too. That's a good point. You know what? We should probably roll a D. Let's roll a D20 to figure out like whose side that Papyrus and Sans would go on. Cause gotta make family drama, make them fight. Hold on. We'll say that 10. We'll say that 11 or higher. So it's a 50-50 chance. We'll say that 11 or higher. They go we'll say that Papyrus joins us, and 10 or lower, and Sans joins the humans. Roll a D20. Yo! Okay, we get Papyrus now. Okay, so Papyrus did join us. It took a little bit of persuading, but Papyrus is now on our side. So we now have Sans and Papyrus. Actually, we get both of them. So they're gonna stand over here, sort of like near the nuke site where the humans did 21 nukes, but like. I say humans get WD Gaster. Are we just like bringing in all of Undertale now? Okay. I don't know what Gaster looks like, but I do know what that ghost looks like. So we're gonna give them the depressed ghost instead, Dad. They're gonna get the depressed ghost. Depressed ghost looks like this, except do I make him curvier? Do I make the depressed ghost curvier? I think I do. Just so everyone can tell what he is. Okay, and we'll give him big headphones so you know he's sad. Okay, and then you extra know he's sad because his eyes are blue because he's been crying so much. There it is. Humans get rid. Are Virgil? Are you just playing humans? Are you just like saying everything? I don't know what the Roaring Knight is. What is the Roaring Knight? How do they have Napstabloop? I think that's his name. Anyway, they're gonna get Napstabloop. That's what they get. You can't have WD Gaster Roaring Knight, but we'll compromise and you get Napstabloop. Okay, you have and here's what else I'll do. I'll give him a big sword. Just to be fair, I'll give Napstabloop a really big sword, but if you want him to use the sword, you're gonna have to convince him because he's having a bad day, okay? Look it up, strongest enemy in Deltarune. You get Napstabloop with a big sword. The best I can do. Best offer. Fine, this isn't fair. Roaring Knight, Deltarune. Oh wow, he's kind of spooky. Okay, well, he looks kind of the same as Napstabloop with a big sword. Let's just say that Napstabloop has some legs. There you go. That's like the same thing basically. Now it's now you got Roaring Knight. It's the same thing basically. It's Napstabloop with a big sword, and he has some armor on. That's the same thing, basically. Some of us should try opening a nether portal and get the zombified piglin army on our side. Okay, so let's make this. So we got Roaring Knight on their side. Roaring Knight, the humans got Roaring Knight. We have Sans and Papyrus, and then Clover from the helicopter. Clover, you're still in a helicopter, the firefighter helicopter that you used to extinguish Charizard's flame to prevent the wizard Pokemon trainer from taking out the zombie goth girl Deadpool army that was currently trying to take out the air defense, but it's not because Deadpool's head that took out the zombie goth girl army and turned them into zombie Deadpool goth girls that are currently turned against us. We can tell that they've turned against us because they have angry eyebrows. We give them angry, and that's how you know that they're against us. They have a really angry eyebrows, right? So now they're mad, and also Jerry. And then because we're trying to take this out to get the zombie eagle through, we have Sans and Papyrus, and they have Roaring Knight, and 2 more wizard Pokemon trainers, and Rose is gonna open the Nether portal. Okay, so Rose in the back lines is currently opening a Nether portal. Rose is currently opening a Nether portal in order to get the Piglin army out to support the attack on Deadpool's head, because once Deadpool's head dies, then the zombie goth girl Deadpool army will no longer be under the mind control of the humans, and they can take out the air defense, and then the zombie eagles can storm the human base and eat all the brains. Okay, the Roaring Knight opens 20 dark fountains and start the roaring. I'll put like a little guy here that's roaring. There you go. Okay, we get 5. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. I don't know if you can summon this much stuff. Okay, you get 1 Titan. You get 1 Titan, but he has summoning sickness. So you can't use him until next turn. You get 1 Titan. You get 1, and he is. Oh no. You get 1 Titan, but he has summoning sickness. You have to wait until next turn. What? That's fine. I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Okay, you get 1 Titan. You get 1 Titan. Maybe we could try opening another portal inside the Nether, which leads to a room inside the base. Okay, so Rose, you're currently lighting the Nether portal? My mom's a necromancer too, so I get her to help. Okay, so Rose's mom is gonna assist. Rose's mom is gonna assist. Let me draw 1 more necromancer, and so you can tell it's her mom. Her pink hat is gonna be slightly bigger. I don't know what those errors are, but we're not going to worry about them. I'm sure it has nothing to do at all with anything that's on screen. So, Rose, here's your mom. We're not worrying about that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Switch tools. Oh, no. Maybe this was a bad idea. It's dying on us. Website's gonna crash. Maybe if we shrink it a little bit, it'll work. Did it work? It's definitely not working. It's kind of functional. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure everything is good. Failing to load. Okay. The website has crashed, but okay, it's fine. Everything, our plans have been leaked. Our plans have been leaked. No! Wait. Are we good? Okay, there's a little bit of cotton candy on the screen by accident. We're just gonna ignore... okay, so there's gonna be like a big error in the middle of... we're just gonna ignore that. We're just gonna leave that be over there, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'll send you a picture of a Titan to use. I don't think I can paste images in here, Virgil. I don't think it likes me pasting images. I don't think it likes me at all. It's fine. We'll play from here. You guys can see the board, right? We'll play from here. I might not be able to draw many more images, but we will play in this state. So you just gotta remember with your minds, chat. You gotta remember with your minds. Our plans are being leaked. It's okay. It's okay. So currently what's happening is Rose and her mom are lighting a portal to the Nether to summon the zombie piglins to the overworld, and then we're gonna try to, in the Nether, make another portal inside the human base to eat all of their brains, which will then circumvent the wizard Pokemon trainers and the Deadpool's head and the zombie goth girl Deadpool army that is no longer invisible after the firefighter helicopter took out the Charizard and the Lich wizard Pokemon trainer, and currently there is a Titan from Deltarune being assisted by Nabstablook with a big sword and armor on, and we have Sans and Papyrus. They're kind of just here. We don't know what they're doing. Well, the zombie goth girl army has really angry eyebrows. Is how we know that they turned against us. So they are currently trying to attack Sans and Papyrus while we break in from the Nether, and I don't think that the humans have a portal trap set up. So we're gonna roll a d20. 3. I don't think it worked. Chat, I don't think it I don't think that we successfully took over the human base. I am pretty sure that it did not work. Can I save this? I can save this. Okay. Everybody just use your imaginations. Just use your what if I just like screenshot this whole thing? What if I just screenshot this whole thing and then I put it in like a new window? What if I put it in a new window? MS Paint Online. I got an idea. Chat. So we're gonna take the picture. We're gonna take the picture of the human zombie base invasion where we are trying to take the zombie. We were trying to retake over the zombie Deadpool goth girl army from Deadpool's head, which has been removed after the firefighter helicopter took out one of the wizard Pokemon trainers, wizard Lich Pokemon trainers, Charizard. Well, Clover and Rose's mom opened a portal to the Nether to summon the zombie piglins to our side, so that way we can take out Deadpool's head. So that way humans have an Interpol stasis chamber. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can put this image into this. I'll try to open. Oh wait, I can do. Guys, I might have the solution. I have the screenshot. We're back. We're so back, chat. Okay, we're back. Look what I did. I'm so smart. So even though the website crashed of our plans, I successfully took a screenshot of it and moved it to a new one. Just ignore the confetti. It's fine. There's a little bit of pink smear all over from when the website crashed. And technically, that is an error in the corner. So for some reason, reality has a bug in the corner, and we're not going to worry too much about that. But we rolled a 3 to invade the human base from the Nether. So after we open the portal, which will be over here, and we'll say that the confetti that was from the website bugging out was actually Nether portal goo. Yay! And we rolled a 3 to try to break in from the Nether. So I think that Clover did his math wrong, and we accidentally opened the portal like over here instead when we tried to go back through. But that we did go say hi, mom, to my mom, Koi. Hello, Rose's mom. Welcome. Normal things are happening. This is a very normal stream. I'm promised that your daughter has good taste in streamers. I'm a very normal person, and this all makes sense. I understand what's happening on my screen. So right now, after Clover went to the nether, we summoned the zombie piglin successfully. So Virgil, I'll get to your Enderpearl stasis chamber in just a moment. We are normal people. See what Jester Devil said. We're very normal. So we have the zombie piglins on our side. So we're gonna put them here, and you know that they're zombie piglins because they are pink and they have green hats. Because, say it with me, chat, who else would wear a green hat but a zombie pigment? Okay, so yes, I remember. We're going to do this right after I drew the thing. I promised Virgil that we would do the Enderpearl stasis chamber after I drew the zombie piglin. I just have to do everything in order. So, human activates stasis chamber, which non-humans enter the base, and necromancers don't count as humans. Okay, so the humans have an Enderpearl stasis chamber under their bedrock so they can teleport and get away. Also use the Titan photo I sent. Okay, so then in that case, we have now used the Enderpearl stasis chamber, and the humans have used the Enderpearl stasis chamber under the bedrock to summon a bunch more humans to the human base. So we got a bunch more humans. There's a ton more humans, and necromancers don't count as humans. If necromancers don't count as humans, then presumably wizards don't count as humans either. So I guess they can't summon wizards with this for some reason. But they've summoned a bunch of regular dudes. There's now a regular dude army next to me for spells. Got it. Okay, and Virgil said to use the Titan photo that he sent. I will go and I will look for the Titan photo that you sent. Okay, does everyone understand what's currently going on? Does everyone currently understand? These guys just teleported in through the Enderpearl stasis chamber. This is an army of regular dudes. Okay, and sorry, Rose, I forgot to draw your mom. Well, I'll just put her like over here. And we'll draw her slightly taller. That's how you know that she's your mom, because she's a little bit taller than you. I'll put a hat. There you go. Perfect! Perfect. Everybody can tell what that is. That I made her face pink by accident. You know, I'll just leave it. Okay, so, add my mom. Yes, your mom has been added. Humans get Sin because Sin has a planet-sized back holes. What do you... okay, I don't know who that is, but I guess they get him now. Humans get Sin... I'll say that, you know, I would use a Titan photo that you use. You're taller than your mom. Hold on. I got a solution. Perfect. So, right now, what we do is we get Sin, and Sin has planet-sized back holes. Okay, I'm not going to use a Titan photo you sent because I think it's funnier if I drew all of this. So, then we're going to add in Sin. We're going to add in Sin, and what does Sin look like? Is he also from Deltarune? Sin, Deltarune. What does he look like? He looks like that, apparently. That's kind of spooky. Okay, he has like a bow and like a bunch of cuts, and apparently he has planet-sized back holes. Or wait, this is a Murder Drones art. What does Sin actually look? Oh, Sin from Murder Drones. It's Sin from Murder Drones, not from Deltarune. Okay, I see. No, Sin Murder Drones. I got it. It's this one, right? It's this one from Deltarune. Okay, Sin. Drone form, hybrid form. Which one do you want? Pick one. Choose chat. Chat, do we think we get the drone form or the hybrid form of Sin for Murder Drones? On the human side. Remember, the Sin is going to the human side, not the zombies. We are the zombies, so the humans will be getting whichever form you choose of Sin. This will be going to the humans. Or do we... Sin from... who does it go to? Tessa Skinsuit. Tessa Skinsuit I. Okay, so she's gonna kind of look like, what's she gonna look like? I guess she'll look like a normal dude, but like with like hollow eyes. That's how you can tell. That's how you can tell that she's like been corrupted, because she has weird eyes. Okay, there you go, and we'll give her like tentacles. There you go. Now you can tell. He's a wizard, by the way. My brother's betraying me, and mom's joining the humans. He's a wizard. Okay, so Rose's whole family is here for some reason, and we'll say that your brother is this wizard Pokemon trainer, because I am too lazy to draw another one, and we'll say that we know that he's your brother, because, he has a really long nose, and it's pink, and who else would have a really long pink nose except for your wizard brother Pokemon trainer, obviously. So, what is currently happening? What do we need to resolve? I don't think that there's anything on the stack, so to speak. Rose's brother, who's better than Rose, casts Fireball on Rose and her mom. Okay, so we're gonna roll a d20 for that. Roll a d20. 3. Okay, so it goes horribly and accidentally, Rose's brother with the really pink long nose, does an explosion on the nether portal that we broke. So this one's gonna go away. So you can't use this one anymore. This one's gone. But that's okay. We've just exploded the overworld end. So obviously, you know, obsidian is immune to explosion. So actually, we've only managed to eliminate, like, the bit in the middle. So this bit in the middle here, let me change this to white so I can erase it. Yeah, there's no portal here anymore. It's just like an obsidian frame now. But there is like an obsidian frame on the battlefield because this fireball missed. By the way, shouldn't we switch the Twitch category to just chatting? That's a good idea. I should do that. I should do that. I'll switch over the Twitch category to just chat. Technically, does this count as just chatting? This seems like a little bit weirder than just chatting, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. No, I'm not too fussed about it. If you guys don't tell, I won't. Okay, so this nether portal has now been extinguished. No, keep it as a no stream. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, chat. It's fine. Yes, it does. He's a wizard. Okay. We're being chaotic and not playing the game. I mean, it seems fine enough. I mean, you and your mom are over here casting spells, and your brother accidentally took out the nether portal, and the humans have infinite money from their cheat code, but remember, the cheat code doesn't matter, because even though they have infinite money, they can't do anything with it. That is a resource you have. You do have infinite money if you want to do something with that. You can't buy stuff with it. Oh, also you have sin now. Also, you have sin. We're just chatting chaotically. Yeah, this is all just a conversation, chat. This is a conversation that you and me are having. We are doing a conversation. We're doing a conversating. Okay, so currently, the plan is Rose and her mom are casting spells. We don't know what spells they're casting. Rose's brother with the pink long nose just took out the nether portal from Clover's attempt to go into the nether to get the zombie piglin army, which failed, and we tried to portal into the human space directly, but that portal was just exploded. Well, the zombie goth girl Deadpool army is being mind controlled by Deathpool's head, and also we have Sans and Papyrus, and Virgil is in a helicopter, and the helicopter took out the Charizard of the Lich Wizard Pokemon trainer, and Pikachu burned because the base is surrounded by fire, and a bunch of regular dudes just got summoned by the thingy, and oh, there's a Titan. I forgot about the Titan. There's a Titan, but he is on summoning sickness, so he can't be used until next turn. When does next turn come? I don't know. I'll figure it out later. And Napstabluke is wearing some armor and has a big sword, and he's pretending to be the guy from Deltarune who's really strong, but he is actually that guy. And also Sin is in the skin suit, and Sin has tentacles, and this makes sense. Okay, so now all we need to do is get into the human base and eat their brains. Humans get Danny DeVito, and he uses his power to pacify everyone. We need Nyan Cat to distract the Deadpool head to beat it. Okay, I'm gonna draw Danny DeVito in the corner then. Let me just like expand this a little bit. Danny DeVito. Humans get Danny DeVito. Okay, we'll put Danny DeVito over here because he's easier. It's easier to put him here, and I'll put him like he looks like this. This is what Danny DeVito looks like, right, chat? I'm pretty sure this is what Danny DeVito looks like. Okay, so Danny DeVito is gonna be here, and he's got like a suit. He's wearing a suit, and you can tell he's wearing a suit because there is a tie on the suit. And he's going to be offering us an egg in this trying time. That is Danny DeVito, right? I think that's Danny DeVito who said, "Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?" So he has an egg. And you can tell that it's an egg because it says egg on it. As all eggs do. Perfect. Okay, so Danny DeVito is offering the humans an egg in this trying time. He sends to godhood because he's certified funny guy. Good. Then we need Nyan Cat to distract the Deadpool head to beat it. Okay, so the humans are sending in from the helicopter. Is it a yummy egg? I don't know. Have you eaten it? You can take it from Danny DeVito and eat it, but you have to tell me that you do that. You can't just, like, ask, you know. You gotta actually take it from Danny DeVito, who is a god, by the way. He's a god. In this scenario, Danny DeVito is a god. Let me give him some stubble. Perfect. Okay, so we are summoning Nyan Cat, you said? Me and my mom eat the egg. Okay, let's resolve that after we draw Nyan Cat, who is a Pop-Tart. Nyan Cat is a Pop-Tart. Okay, so Nyan Cat the Pop-Tart has been appear, and we're gonna use this Christmassy one for a rainbow because I'm too lazy to do a real rainbow. There you go. We're using the Christmas markers to make a rainbow. And then we're going to draw its head here on the side so everybody knows it's Nyan Cat, and we'll do a little cat face. We'll do, so the Deadpool head is now being distracted by everyone's favorite song, Nyan 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 Nyan. Yes, me and my mouth summon Nyan Cat and then eat the egg. Okay. Jester Devil wanted to eat the egg. Okay, so I'm going to roll 2d20s, and we're going to say the first one is Jester Devil, and whichever one is higher wins. Jester Devil, here's your roll. Natural 20. I'm not even gonna... I'll roll the other one just for shits and giggles, but unless it's another... Wow! Wow, what a difference! Okay, so Rose and her mom roll a natural 1, and Jester Devil got a natural 20 to eat the egg from God Danny DeVito. So, Jester Devil, you take the egg from Danny DeVito. We don't like to erase things here, so we're just gonna put a big X on it. With a natural 20, you expertly take it from his hand, and we'll put you over here. You're on Team Zombie, right? You're a zombie. So, one of the zombies has taken the egg from a Danny DeVito, and you know that he's taken it from Danny DeVito because he grabbed the entire thing and also maybe some of his fingers. And then you, the zombie, will be down here with the egg, and then you can eat the egg. We're gonna extend your arms a little bit so you can grab the egg. There you go. That seems fine. Okay, so you got the egg. Yeah, Team Zombie, we need to win. Okay, so you take a big bite out of the egg, and you can tell that you've taken a big bite out of the egg because there's green on it now. Because what else would cause green to be on an egg other than a big bite out of it? It tastes like the deviled egg on the windowsill from Make Some Noise, and it's kind of awful, and you regret doing it, but you kind of feel like taking another bite anyway. Okay. So, but also we'll say that because Danny DeVito's a god, you get some of his powers now too. You have some of Danny DeVito's powers now. How much? We don't know, but you can figure that out later. So, Nyan Cat is currently distracting the Deadpool head. So once the Deadpool head is distracted, the Deadpool Goth Girl zombie army is no longer being mind controlled by Deadpool's severed head because Deadpool is watching Nyan Cat. So we now have a regular zombie Goth Girl army. Humans get Hatsune Miku, and I use Miku to tame Godzilla, and we get Miku and Godzilla. Okay, you can have Miku, but taming Godzilla is gonna be that's gonna take a little bit longer. So I'll give you Hatsune Miku, and Hatsune Miku can go like over. She'll be in the base. You can tell that she's Hatsune Miku because she has blue hair. Because who else would have blue hair other than Hatsune Miku? Okay, so she's currently chanting. Hatsune Miku is chanting to summon Godzilla. She's singing a Godzilla summoning song, and Godzilla's somewhere over here. You know that Godzilla's somewhere over here because I'm gonna draw a Godzilla head here, because that's what Godzilla looks like. And you know that Godzilla's in that direction. Then the zombies get Ado. Okay, got it. So let me get yellow. What is Ado's? Ado Vocaloid. I don't forget what she looks like. Oh wait, no, this is an actual person. Ado's a Japanese singer. Okay, she looks like, this is her anime persona, it looks like. Got it. Okay, so we get Ado. So the zombie, there's gonna be zombie Ado, and she's gonna be, let's say that she appears in the pink void. Look up Chris Cross. Oh, no, I've seen that video, actually. I actually watched that video. I know. Hatsune Miku is very, very powerful. So, you can tell that she's Ado because she has black hair. Because who else would have black hair other than Ado? And then she'll go in the pink void. And then, what is Ado doing? Hatsune Miku is singing a Godzilla summoning song. But what is Ado doing? We don't know what Ado's doing yet. Ado's just appeared in the pink void. She's here now. We don't know what she's doing. Okay. So, the Deadpool head is being distracted, so the Goth Girl zombie army is now encroaching on the Deadpool head. He's basically God's anime OC, summoning more zombies. Okay, so Jester Devil, you're now using your powers that you got from Danny DeVito, from eating Danny DeVito's egg, to summon more zombies. So we're gonna put more zombies here. There's gonna be more. We're gonna do one. We'll do three. You get 3 more zombies. Do you want to put them anywhere in particular? We'll say that this one is actually really good at breakdancing. You accidentally summoned one that's really, really good at breakdancing, and he's doing a headspin. Why? Because. Okay. No anywhere? You want to summon them no anywhere? Got it. Okay, so we're gonna summon these no anywhere. So There you go. You have now summoned them no anywhere. They were gonna say that this corner of the map is no anywhere. That's no anywhere now. You summoned them no anywhere. Humans get a lot of Virgils. Okay, humans get, 1 Virgil that thinks he's that many. We'll say. You can be one of the regular dudes that got summoned in by the interpearl stasis chamber, and you know that it's Virgil because they have red eyes. And who else would have red eyes but Virgil? Eido's music is buffing the zombie army. Okay, so while Hatsune Miku sings the Godzilla summoning song, Eido is singing a zombie buffing song, and Eido's also a zombie, and you know that she's a zombie because she has 1 green hand. And who else would have 1 green hand but a zombie Eido? Okay, so all the Virgils... I can't spend 500 years drawing all the Virgils. You get 1 delusional Virgil. So then Eido is singing a zombie buffing song. So the zombie goth girl army is attacking the air defense, and I'm going to presume that they are now attacking Deadpool's head because Deadpool is distracted. So while Deadpool is distracted, the zombie goth girl army, which now has swords because they were Deadpool's, are going to attack Deadpool's head. And once Deadpool's head, they are officially free of his mind control and can move on to attacking the air defense. Which was the entire original goal, was to take out the air defense. Okay, so we're now going to be attacking the air defense with the zombie goth girls. Okay, so let me roll a d20. We're gonna roll a d20 for the effectiveness of the zombie goth girls attacking the head. Okay, roll a d20 for attacking the head. Oh, by the way, the humans have nukes. That means they got Oppenheimer, and the zombies got Barbie. Got it. Okay, so they're not doing great. I'll give them advantage because he's distracted. Okay, they're doing okay. They're doing not fantastic, but they're doing okay. We'll say that they took a bite out of Deadpool, like another bite, and he's like on his last leg here. So he's gonna die if no one does anything about it. Okay, so the humans have nukes. That means they got Oppenheimer. So we'll put Oppenheimer sort of behind Eido, because Oppenheimer's watching the show, and you can tell that he's Oppenheimer because he has a black hat. And who would have a black hat other than Oppenheimer? Oh wait, did the humans get Oppenheimer? Oh, the humans got Oppenheimer. I'm sorry. That he's on Team Human. Okay, so we're gonna put Oppenheimer actually inside. We're gonna put him inside the human base. So there's Oppenheimer. He's inside the human base, and then we're gonna get Barbie. We're gonna get Barbie. So we'll say that Barbie is over here, and she's a doll. She's like a plastic doll made of plastic. So she's lying on the floor, and she's a little bit useless. She's here. Okay, so this is Barbie, everybody. Remember this. This is gonna be on a test later. So here's Barbie, and you can tell that she's Barbie because she has pink vomit in a circle around her. Barbie got a little bit hungover last night. Barbie got a little bit hungover, and she's surrounded by a pink pool of vomit. Okay, no, Hatsune Miku can control Nyan Cat, plus Deadpool can always control them even if he dies. Nice. Okay, so Deadpool reasserts control. We can't see Barbie because of chat. Oh no. Okay. Let me see what I can do here. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit. This should do. You should now be able to see Barbie. Okay, so Barbie is lying in a pool of her own vomit. She got a little bit hungover last night. She's right here. You can tell that she's Barbie because she's incredibly white and in a pool of pink vomit. Okay, because who else would be incredibly white in a pool of pink vomit other than Barbie? Obviously. Okay, so Hatsune Miku's controlling Nyan Cat. Hatsune Miku's on the human side. Hatsune Miku's currently summoning Godzilla. Okay, so is Godzilla done summoning yet? Do we think she successfully summoned Godzilla? Okay, because I'm too lazy to draw Godzilla's head again, I'm just gonna draw a body on Godzilla. And Godzilla looks like this. Perfect. He's given Chad a thumbs up. That's what Godzilla's doing. That is who else but Godzilla would give a big thumbs up. Oh, also he ate Barbie, it looks like. He ate Barbie. That's why he ate her. Barbie got eaten by Godzilla when Godzilla showed up after Hatsune Miku summoned Godzilla. She got eaten. So she's gone. Oh no. So she's gone now. I gotta close this hole so I can successfully complete Godzilla. Okay, Godzilla ate Barbie. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and I'll do like little stripes on his face so you know that he's Godzilla. So everyone can tell. Everyone can tell that this is Godzilla, right? Everyone knows that this is Godzilla? Sick. Okay. This is Godzilla, by the way, in case you could not tell. I'd say that looks pretty good. He's giving everybody big thumbs up. He's here. He's been summoned by Hatsune Miku. And then Hatsune Miku, once she's done summoning Godzilla, is going to assert control of Nyan Cat. She's going to assert control of Nyan Cat because both of them are rainbow powered. And if Hatsune Miku is going to use her powers to assert control over Nyan Cat. So now the Deadpool head is on his last leg, so he's died at this point. He'll come back later because he's Deadpool. But Deadpool's dead, and now Nyan Cat is the only thing standing between the not Deadpool zombie goth girl army and the anti-air defense, which is stopping the zombie eagles from getting in and eating everyone's brain. And also Oppenheimer's here, and he's wearing a big fedora. Godzilla summons Mothra and King Kong, and they all eat a little bit of Deadpool and are now Deadpool. You have 10 out of 10 drawing skills. I'm eating s'mores again. Thank you so much, Jester Devil. I'm very talented. Okay, so currently we're summoning all the big ones. Okay, so I'm really too lazy to draw all of them, but what I do want you to have them, so I'll just put like this, and then just so you know that one of them is King Kong and one of them is Mothra. I'll give the King Kong one a little brown hat, because who else would wear a little brown hat other than King Kong, obviously? And I'll give the Mothra one a little blue hat. Wait, no, blue hats are wizards. I'll give them a little gray hat, because who else would wear a little gray hat other than Mothra, obviously? Okay, so this is now Mothra. Perfect. Okay, so now they've all technically eaten Barbie because I did copy and paste them. Rose, you need to summon Kaiju number 8. Okay, wait, no, you said these are also Deadpools, right? Okay, wait, so you know they're Deadpools? I have to give them all little swords. Because who else would hold a little sword other than Deadpool? Okay, so these are all Deadpools now. These are also Deadpools. Rose, you need to summon Kaiju number 8 so we can fight against Godzilla, Mothra, and King Kong. That's a good idea. You should do that. Just be careful of the internal server error. The internal server error is over here. If you get a little too close to the internal server error, that probably wouldn't be great. You don't want to get too close to the internal server error. Okay, so I'm gonna have some water. Currently, is summon Kaiju number 8. I don't know what Kaiju number 8 looks like. Kaiju number 8. Oh, he's like a big skeleton. Okay, he's like a big skeleton looking guy. Okay, so you're gonna summon a big skeleton. I'll just summon him in the nuke zone. I'm pretty sure he's immune to nukes, so it should be fine. We'll get a paint, and then I'll say that yeah. Let me draw him like this. He's a big skeleton, right? He's like a really big skeleton. And I'll say that he has like big arms. He has like big arms, so you know he's a skeleton, and ribs. That's how you know he's, because who else would have ribs other than a big skeleton, obviously, and legs. And then his face looks like this. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so this is Kaiju number 8, and Kaiju number 8 is currently facing off against 3. He's currently facing off against 3 Deadpool Kaijus, which is King Kong Godzilla and King Kong and Mothra. I got that right. I got that in the right order. I did it. Now, he's a bit bigger than humans, but as strong as Godzilla. Okay, wait, he's only a bit bigger than humans? Perfect. Okay. Currently very accurate. Is this to scale? Is this to scale, everybody? This is only craziness left. No. This makes perfect sense. I understand everything that's going on right now. I'm sure all of you do. So currently, Ado is buffing the. Oh, I forgot to buff the zombies. I did forget to buff the zombies. So because Ado's buffing the zombies, we'll say that they have blue feet now. Because who else would have blue feet other than a zombie that's been buffed by Ado, the Japanese singer? Perfect. Okay, so now you can tell that they have a buff. Now, from Ado singing, when she came out of the pink void, we have Godzilla and Mothra and King Kong, and they're all facing against Kaiju number 7. We'll put a big 7 over him so you know that he's 7 years old. And then we have, is it Sophia? Oh my gosh, my brain. Rose and her mom are currently facing off So we're the zombies. Remember, we're playing teams and we're trying to break into this human base. And the humans have Hatsune Miku and Oppenheimer, and they're currently protecting. We don't know what are the humans protecting? Chat. Do we know what they're protecting? I've completely lost track of. We're trying to eat their brains, right? We're trying to eat their brains because we're zombies. Kaiju number 8 bites Godzilla, and now he's controlled by Deadpool. Okay, we'll give him a sword. He has a sword now. Oh, the Kings, they're flipping us off. They're not flipping. That's a little sword. That's a little sword. That's not the middle. Actually, it's kind of funnier if it is. Okay, so we'll say that their middle fingers are the sword. And you can tell that they're middle fingers because they have little knuckles. They have knuckles on the sword. But it's still a sword. It is still a sword. Okay, so we'll give them knuckles so you know that they're flipping you off. Perfect. Okay, humans have Monster Energy Drink. Okay, also good night. Good night, Flo. Okay, so the humans have a Monster Energy Drink, so we're gonna give one singular Monster Energy Drink to the humans as a whole. We'll give them a Monster... Oh, I'll give it to Kaiju number 7. Perfect. Wait, no, wait, he's on our side. Kaiju number 7 is on our side. This needs to go to the humans. Okay, we'll say that Oppenheimer gets the Monster Energy Drink. Oppenheimer had a very long night and he stayed up all night, trying to make his movie do better than Barbie's. So we're gonna give him the energy drink. We're gonna give it to him. Okay. It looks a little bit distorted, but I promise it's definitely a Monster Energy Drink. So Oppenheimer is now a little bit more awake. When he tries to do anything, he has advantage. I'm all eating s'mores. That's awesome. I love s'mores. S'mores are the best. Mello also loves s'mores. Ironically enough. Okay, so now, currently, while these are facing off, Kaiju number 8, not 7. Okay, so it is Kaiju number 7's birthday. Yay, happy birthday, Kaiju number 7. It's currently Kaiju number 7's birthday. And today he turned 8 years old. So, and because today he turned 8 years old, he's going to get for his birthday a new scooter. And Kaiju number 8 gets a scooter. So he has a scooter now. Perfect. Great. Okay, so and just so we know that it's Kaiju number 8, sorry, he's Kaiju number 8 now. Just so we know it's his scooter, we're gonna put him on the scooter. Good? Good? Everything good? Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. He's also 8 years old, so I have to update this. So everyone knows that he is now 8 years old. There you go. Amazing. Beautiful. Beautiful job. So, now that Kaiju number 8 is a Deadpool, Deadpool's head is currently out of commission, and the only thing in between the zombie goth girl army, let's focus on the original goal, chat. Focus on what we're doing, okay? We're trying to take out the air defense so that way the zombie eagles can get in human surprise attack. Okay, we're gonna say that the regular dude army and Virgil do a surprise attack. I'm gonna have you roll for surprise attack on Rose and Rose's mom. Okay, let me have you roll for surprise attack. Currently surprise natural 20. Okay, Rose and Rose's mom are dead. They've died. Okay, you've killed them now, and they're no longer alive. They were already on Team Zombie, but now they were still alive though, so now they're dead. They're deceased. Us humans get surprised, and they also use Wolverine to revive Deadpool because, and wow, that's oddly specific. Suddenly Sonic appears, but he's fast. We don't know yet if he fights for the humans or the zombies. That's a great idea. We don't know who's everyone's siding with. So we'll put him by Danny DeVito, just because we don't know who he's siding with yet. We'll put him with Danny DeVito. And you know that he's Sonic because his face is shaped like a triangle. And he has legs. And his legs are the color, he has red shoes. And then we'll give him a face. We'll give him a face too so you can tell. Perfect. Okay, so that's Sonic, and he's really fast. He's really fast, and you can tell that he's really fast because of the little speed lines behind him. That's how you can tell that he's fast. So now you know that Sonic is incredibly fast, and incredibly fast Sonic is going to be over here with Danny DeVito, who's also a god. Remember, don't forget Danny DeVito is also a god, and missing 2 fingers because someone took his egg. The egg that Danny DeVito offered has now been taken, and he has Lego hands now. I gotta go. My phone is lagging a lot. I give my character to Clover. Clover can control me and my mom. Okay, so Clover, you're now gonna have to play as both of these characters. You're now gonna have to play as both of these characters. Okay, so no poor Tails. Oh, that's a good idea. We should also add Tails.
We'll say that Tails is a little running late because Tails got caught in traffic. So as representation that Tails got caught in traffic, we're gonna draw like a little car here, and we're gonna put little wheels on it, and we're gonna put a tail on the car, so you know that it's Tails' car. And then we're gonna make the car sad, so you know it's caught in traffic. Because only what other type of car would be sad but one that's caught in traffic? Okay, so now Sad Sonic and Sad Tails are both. Well, Tails is running 5 minutes late, so he'll be here in a bit. He needs some time. He's running late. Okay, but he'll be here later. He'll be here later. So right now, inform me, chat, how we are getting into the human base, which, to remind you, the goal of this is to get into the human base to eat the human brains. We are trying to get, this is hypothetically the most powerful possible human defense, that we're trying to break into the human base. We're trying to break into the human base to take over the human base and eat their brains, because once we eat their brains, then we win, because the goal is to eat the brains. We're the zombies. Also, Sonic is angry at the zombies for killing. Tails isn't dead. Tails is caught in traffic. Rose and her mom tried to cast an earthquake to break some parts of the walls. Okay, roll a d20 to cast an earthquake. Okay, we're doing earthquake on the walls. 2. Okay, so the walls are kind of fine. It's not a very good earthquake. You need something stronger than an earthquake to break the walls down. These are pretty good walls. So I will say that you did an earthquake, and because you did an earthquake, that this fire got put out by all the dirt that went around. So this fire outside the wall, because every wall had a little bit of fire outside it, this one's now extinguished. And also the flaming corpse of Pikachu. We're just gonna paint over the flaming corpse of Pikachu, and we're now gonna ignore it. We're gonna ignore the flaming corpse of Pikachu. The flaming corpse of Pikachu is no longer important. I say the zombies get Trump because I don't like him. That's a great idea. That's fantastic logic. I love your reasoning. Yeah. So, we're gonna add him now. He's gonna be here now. I ordinarily say no politics in chat. No politics in chat. I will remind everyone, no politics in chat. Do not just start a political discussion. But we will say that Trump is here. And he's friends with Danny DeVito. You can tell that he's Trump because he has a big yellow mohawk. Because who else would have a big yellow mohawk other than Trump? Great. Perfect. Okay, so he's here now, and he's gonna be standing inside of Danny DeVito's Lego hand. And you can tell that he's Trump because of a big yellow mohawk, obviously. All right, so he's on the zombie side also. So you can tell that he's on the zombie side because he has a green line in his big blonde mohawk. Pikachu resurrects as Mimikyu on the zombie side. Good idea. Okay, he's still on fire though. So you get Mimikyu, who is dead Pikachu, the zombie. But also, it's still on fire. So I'm pretty sure he's not happy about being on fire. I like, a lot of my drawings are kind of sad, aren't they? I don't know why everyone's sad, but they're still on fire because remember, Pikachu was a flaming corpse. Pikachu died of the wizard's fireball, which missed, right? Well, when the wizard lit the flame walls around the human base to protect the human base because the human wanted fire to protect them, then Pikachu caught fire and kind of died. That's why that switched to fire types for the wizard Pokemon trainers. It's a war. Why should it be happy? Good idea. Everyone is sad, and as a representation that everyone is sad, in the corner, I'm going to put that sale was canceled. Everything is 20% more. Not 20% off, 20% more. And this is why everyone is sad. Ugh. I'd say that the zombies get Patrick and get that guy from Patrick's story where he was so ugly everyone died. Okay, I don't know who the guy from Patrick's story is. I've never heard of Patrick's story before, but I will definitely add a guy who's really ugly. And he will stand on top of Donald Trump's big blonde mohawk, and you can tell that he's really ugly because unlike everyone else who's really sad, he's for some reason very pleased with himself. And that's how you know he's ugly. He's ugly on the inside. He's happy about everything at the supermarket being 20% more expensive. He's pleased by this. He enjoys this. This is his favorite thing. His favorite thing is when everything at the supermarket is 20% more expensive. He likes this for some reason. Patrick from SpongeBob had a guy where he was so ugly everyone died. Okay, yeah, he's really ugly. He's really ugly, and his ugliness is gonna kill Papyrus because Papyrus is closest. Papyrus is dead, and this makes Sans mad. And you can tell that he's mad because he has big, angry eyebrows now. So, his ugliness is gonna kill Papyrus. Papyrus is dead. Papyrus is now dead. Rose and her mom summoned Lord Gavin, so half the human army stops fighting and is now playing video games. Okay, so we're gonna... So we know that exactly half the human army has been killed. We're gonna take half the base. Or, well, they're just occupied, and we're just gonna... We're gonna cut it, and that also kills Miku. Miku's now busy playing video games. So now we've sort of compressed everything a little bit. There's a lot less humans that you need to take over now, but remember, the goal is still to eat their brains. We have to break in to the human layer and eat their brains. You have a lot of resources. We have a lot of resources that we summoned for both sides, but we do still need to find a way to get into, the human base and eat all of their brains. If we want to be successful, we have to get into the human base and eat their brains. That is the goal. The goal is going in and eating all of their brains. Okay, so... currently, to recap just everything that's going on for anyone who's new or anyone who's just popped into stream, presently, we have 3 kaiju. Godzilla, King Kong, and Mothra are currently fighting against kaiju number 8, who is also a Deadpool. That doesn't really matter because Deadpool's dead. He's not really dead, but he's kind of dead. And then the zombie Goth Girl army has a bunch of tiny swords because they were Deadpools, and they are fighting against Nyan Cat to try to get to the air defense, to try to let the zombie eagles through to attack the human base. And Virgil and 2 regular dudes did a surprise attack on Rose and Rose's mom, who are now dead. And then also we revived a Mimikyu. Which was a dead Pikachu. We have when the wizard caught the wizard Pokemon trainer, because remember, all the wizards are Pokemon trainers. When the wizard lit his own Pikachu on fire and it died, and it got revived as a Mimikyu on our side, and Papyrus got killed by this guy who's so ugly that he kills everybody. And you can tell that he's ugly because he's smiling, and everyone is sad, and the reason everyone is sad is because the sale at the supermarket was canceled, and instead of being 20% off, everything at the supermarket is 20% more. Tails will be here in 5 minutes. Sonic is here. He hasn't picked a side. Danny DeVito is ascended to godhood. Donald Trump has a big blonde mohawk on top of which the really ugly guy is standing, but Donald Trump is on the zombie side for some reason. Currently Virgil is in a helicopter. He's in a helicopter. Jerry is fine, even though he's missing 90% of his skull. He's fine. This is the girl from Murder Drones. She has big tentacles. That's how you can tell that she's the one from Murder Drones. Oppenheimer is drinking a monster inside of the human base, and Naztabluke is cosplaying as the really big, scary Titan. And also there's a Titan, but he has summoning sickness, so he can't be used until next turn. There's 2 nether portals here. One of the nether portals has been extinguished by Rose's brother, who accidentally hit it with a fireball, and I think that's everything. Oh, also, there's 20 nukes exploded in this area. That's why it's covered in nukes. There's a server error down in the bottom corner, and this is part of an orbital laser that got a little bit broken. Does everyone understand what's currently going on? Good. Okay. So, now, into the human base. Sonic is on the human side because the zombies killed Tails. Tails isn't dead. Tails is 5 minutes late. Tails is caught in traffic. Ooh, he's right here. Tails has already been accounted for. Tails is over here. You can see him. See? You can tell that it's Tails because this car is sad and it has a tail on it. That's how you know it's Tails, this car. And he's caught in traffic. That's why it says 5 minutes. He's going to be 5 minutes late. It says 5 minutes late. That's what it says. So Tails is going to be here in like 5 minutes, but you got to give him some time. He's going to need a bit. He's going to need a bit to arrive. He's not here quite yet, but he will be here later. He will, in fact, arrive later. So, what we need is a final finishing blow by which we can break into the human base, eat all of their brains, and win. And the goal is eat all the human brains. We got to eat every single human brain. We gotta eat them all. Because remember, the whole reason for this hypothetical experiment is to prove that us as the zombies could beat the humans if they had every advantage possible. And by proving this, then we can therefore go and take over the rest of the world as the zombies. So we know in real life, if the zombie apocalypse occurs, that Team Zombie is the correct team to choose. Perfect. Sin uses her black holes to block out the sun and kill the zombies and necromancers, while Danny DeVito uses his god powers to protect everyone else. Danny DeVito is not on any particular side, so you're going to have to persuade Danny DeVito, but I can say that Sin deletes the sun if you roll good. The sun is gone. The sun is, there's no longer the sun. The sun has been deleted. You can tell that the sun has been deleted because everyone is cold now. And you can tell that everyone is cold now because there's a bit of blue right here. And why would there be a bit of blue right here except if the sun had exploded and if everyone was cold now? So this is because the sun exploded. And it'll even put like a little image of the sun, so you know it's because the sun exploded. And now everyone is cold. Everyone is now cold. There you go. It's the sun's fault. No more sun. The sun is gone. Also, it's really dark. It's really dark, so it's hard to see now because there's no sun. Suddenly, the Straw Head crew appears because it seems that the humans built their base on top of the One Piece. They fight for neither side will get inside the base. Okay, this is okay. Sin teleports everyone on the zombie side into the black hole. Okay, so Sin is going to attempt to kill everyone on the zombie side into the black hole. And while simultaneously the pirates from One Piece are going to break under the base. They're going to break under the base where they're met with Oppenheimer drinking a monster. Okay, so you can tell that they're the pirates from One Piece. How many pirates are in One Piece? How many are there? I'll say that there's 2. And you can tell that this one's Luffy. Because he's really stretchy and he has a really long arm, and he's gonna use that arm to take Oppenheimer's monster, and he's gonna drink it for himself. Okay, they fight for neither side, but they want to get inside the base. Okay, so at this point there is sort of a breach. There is an underground breach. There's a hole in the base that can be used to access, but it's only from underground, can only be used. Okay, and then Sin is attempting to warp everyone inside a black hole. That's gonna take a while. That's a lot of people, but we will. 8. Okay, so Sin actually teleports herself into a black hole and dies. She's dead. She's not alive anymore. She's deceased, actually. She got teleported into a black hole and turned into Pescetti, and you can tell that she got turned into Pescetti because she's now covered in Pescetti. That's how you can tell. I'll even color it. I'll do a good art thing. I'll color it so you can tell it's spaghetti. You remember, you know when you go into a black hole and you get spaghettified? Okay, so she's been turned into Pescetti by her black hole. So she's now Pescetti. She's a big pile of Pescetti. As opposed to the pile of Pescetti that represents Earth that covered over the corpse of Flaming Pikachu and extinguished the eastern wall of the human base. This is better than any Warhammer 40 campaign ever, obviously. Obviously, what did you expect from a Coco Koi stream? This all makes perfect sense. Oh no, that means the black hole stays open? Oh, that is true. Okay, you can tell that the black hole has stayed open and is going to eat the entire planet if no one stops it, because Danny DeVito looks mildly concerned. And I'll put a black hole over here. I'll even fill it in. Oh. Wait, I can't do like a corner sun thing? Okay, I can't do like a corner. That's the black hole. That's all you get. Humans get the entire Emperor Jedi Council, and also Sin comes back and uses Hatsune Miku as a host, and we get the Death Star out of orbit, and Luffy joins us because the zombies like killing innocent people. Okay, that's a lot of things. That's a lot of things, but I think I can manage this. So the humans now have a Jedi army, and the Jedi army is going to be protecting the humans' base, because they're Jedis, and the Jedis are going to sort of be standing on Luffy's arm here. They're going to be standing on Luffy's arm, and you can tell that they're Jedis. You can tell that they're Jedis because they have swords that are green, and who else would have green swords but Jedi? Okay, so you get a couple of Jedi. Sin is back alive. Okay, so she's alive, but she's still been turned into Pescetti, so she's going to be a flying Pescetti monster. If you've ever heard the term flying Pescetti monster. So she's going to be a flying Pescetti monster now, and you can tell that it's a monster that is made of spaghetti because the monster is made of spaghetti, and it has 2 little eyes. And who else would have 2 little eyes but Sin as a flying spaghetti monster? And you can tell that it can fly because she's wearing elytra from Minecraft on her head, obviously. Where else would she wear it? Okay, we get the Death Star and Darth Vader. Okay, so you get the Death Star and Darth Vader. We're going to say that those are going to be sort of aiming at Danny DeVito, who is, don't forget, Danny DeVito is a god in this situation. So the Death Star is going to be aiming at Danny DeVito. And you can tell it's aiming at Danny DeVito because of this little dotted line. And then Darth Vader is going to be standing on top. And you can tell that Darth Vader is standing on top because he has a little red sword. And who else would have a little red sword other than Darth Vader? Obviously. Perfect. Okay. Hell no. Hell no. Okay, yeah, so they're about to attack Danny DeVito. So you gotta find a way to break into the human base before the black hole consumes everything. Why, by the way, don't forget, half the humans are distracted and playing video games, which is why the base is now half the size. That is the reason. Only you can fight in. This is your go now. This is your go. The humans just did a lot of stuff. I need something from the zombie army. We need something from the zombie army. We need something from the zombie army to finally, once and for all, we gotta get in there. We gotta eat all the brains. I convinced In to join the zombies. Okay, we're gonna see if In joins the zombies. We're gonna roll for In joining the zombies. In is very convinced. In fact, In and his friend named his friend L. You can tell that they're friends because they both have names that are letters. Have now joined the zombies, and they're going to be on the zombie side. And you can tell that they're on the zombie side because they're going to be vaguely towards the right side of the map, inside of the orbital laser. This one's going to be N, and you can tell that he's N because what does N do? What does N do? In has his girlfriend's gun. That's what it is. In has that really big gun that his girlfriend invented on his arm, like Mega Knight. Not Mega Knight, Mega Man. Right, Mega Man. So and you can tell that this one's In because he has the gun that his girlfriend made, and you can tell that this one is L from Death Note because he sits dumb and he's hunched over a chair like this. Perfect, and they're friends, and you've got both of them on them. I used Fireball on the humans. Okay, so there's going to be a Fireball inside the human base now. I'll just roll for this one as well. Why not? Let's roll some more dice. Okay, perfect. So there's now going to be a big hole in the side of the human base. There's going to be a big old hole in the side of the human base. There's going to be a big old hole right here. Big old hole. You guys have created a massive fracture via Fireball and also killed Luffy. You killed Luffy. Luffy's dead, and because Luffy's dead, his arm is gone, and these two Jedi trip and fall over, and you can tell that they've tripped and fallen over because they're not here anymore. Does that make sense? Okay, great. Okay, so there's now a Fireball. Oh, also because it's Fireball, it should catch stuff on fire, right? So it's gonna light everything on fire. Luffy did not successfully finish drinking Oppenheimer's monster, so Oppenheimer's gonna finish drinking his monster at this point, and he's gonna feel happy because he drank a monster. And now he's feeling a little bit more awake than everybody else is currently. Zombies can produce the chemicals needed for love, so they hate the zombies. Oh, zombies can't. Got it. Zombies are now canonically incapable of love, and you can tell that they're canonically incapable of love because Donald Trump, who is on the zombie side, has his heart broken. Perfect heartbreak. Got it. Perfect. So that's how you can tell that the zombies are incapable of love. So the zombie Deadpool goth girls fighting Nyan Cat. Well, when they'll never find love, they'll just be alone forever. But that's okay. That's okay. They're still trying to attack the air defense so they can let the zombie eagles in. But I think at that point that's kind of there is now a big hole in the side of the human base. There is a big hole in the side of the human. The zombies have almost won at this point. I think they've almost won. It depends on how this goes. It depends on how this goes. We gotta break in to the human base to eat all the human brains. And this is currently what this looks like. This is currently what this looks like. Does everyone understand everything that is currently going on the screen? If there's anything I need to explain, please let me know, and I'd be happy to. Donald Trump gets the zombies. Why did the zombies die? Hold on, I can't read that. It's on my phone. It's on my phone. It's being bleeped out for some reason. Because he is dumb. Okay, so because the zombies, let's look at the zombies. So because he's apparently not very smart. He's not very smart. You can tell he's not very smart because he has a question mark NPC over his head. And also, We will say that because he is dumb, he has currently caught the zombie at McDonald's. The zombie who works at McDonald's is trying very hard to advance the line, but it's not working very well. And the zombie is trying to explain to Donald Trump that we do not sell pancakes past 9 in the morning, but he doesn't understand this. And you can tell that this zombie works at McDonald's because he has a little red hat. And who else would wear a little red hat other than a zombie that works at McDonald's? Okay, Rose and her mom summon the Eye of Cthulhu. Okay, for the Eye of Cthulhu from Terraria is now also here, from dead Rose and her mom. The Eye of Cthulhu is going to be summoned up here. So we got the Eye of Cthulhu now. The Eye of Cthulhu has been summoned. You can tell that it's the Eye of Cthulhu because it's a really big eye, and it came from Cthulhu. That's how you can tell. Okay, so he's here now, and he's shooting, wait, which phase? Which, phase 1 or phase 2? That's very important. He obviously summons a bunch of little guys. He summons a bunch of little guys, as he does. You can tell that he summoned a bunch of little guys because of the vague black squiggles around him. Because what else would a bunch of vague black squiggles be other than a bunch of little guys? Okay, so now that the Eye of Cthulhu has been summoned, and the Eye of Cthulhu is currently marching on the human base, kind of, sort of, is the Eye of Cthulhu marching phase 1 at the moment? Okay, phase 1. So we're going to take the Eye of Cthulhu, and we're going to say the Eye of Cthulhu is currently attacking on the human base, which is half the size because the human base got cut in half, and, well, Oppenheimer finishes drinking his monster, and there's a big hole in the side because of the fireball. The zombies are going to group together to ambush the humans. Okay, the zombies are grouping together to ambush the humans. Okay, so you can tell that the zombies are grouping together to ambush the humans because there's going to be a really big crowd of zombies. There's going to be a really big crowd of zombies waiting, like, right about here. You can tell that there's a really big crowd of zombies because it vaguely looks like several heads, and I can't be bothered to draw bodies for an entire crowd of zombies, but this is a crowd of zombies. You could tell, and I'll give the bottom ones legs. And arms, at least. There you go. There's the crowd of zombies. They're preparing to ambush the humans. They are now getting ready to ambush the humans. Well, the Eye of Cthulhu approaches. This guy still has summoning sickness, so he can't do anything. Then the Order of the Stone joins the zombies. The Order of the Stone from Minecraft Story Mode. Got it. Because I can't be bothered to draw the entire Order of the Stone, you're going to get Ruben, who, spoilers, is dead. So you're going to get a pork chop. That is sentient. And you can tell it's sentient because it had a little smiley face. And legs. That's how you can tell it has sentience. And that's going to represent the entirety of the Order of the Stone. The entire Order of the Stone is here, but they're going to be represented by Ruben's sentient pork chop. Okay, so now that we have the zombie preparations and the human preparations, is there anything else? The entire human team uses their interpearl stasis chamber to teleport below the bedrock. Okay, so that means everyone on the human team is going to teleport below the bedrock. So I guess the zombies take over the human base, but the humans have now all gathered. I don't remember who's on the human team. I know Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito is not on anyone's team, right? Sonic isn't on anyone's team. Wait, no, Sonic is on the zombies team. And then Tails is running 5 minutes late. These three guys are kind of caught up with their fight with Kaiju 8-year-old. And the sun is gone, so it's pretty dark. The zombies summon a cat to find the humans. Okay, they're gonna summon a cat. Okay, so all the humans are now underground, and we're gonna represent all the humans being underground because we're gonna put a big hole. We're going to put a big hole right here. And you can tell that that's where all the humans went because there's a convenient arrow pointing down into it. And then we're going to summon a cat to summon the humans. So that cat is going to look suspiciously similar to Nyan Cat from earlier. It's going to look suspiciously similar to Nyan Cat to earlier. And Nyan Cat determines that the humans have gone into this hole. Okay. Back. Welcome back, Rose. Welcome back, Rose. Thank you for the Hydrate Redeem, Rose. Thank you very much. Not much water left in that one. Not much water left. Okay, so, ignoring the internal server error, Nyan Cat has now determined that the human army has gone into this hole, and you can tell that the human army has gone into this hole because of the big arrow pointing down into the hole, next to Donald Trump and the dumb guy sitting on his head who's happy about the sale being canceled. Danny DeVito's with the humans. Sonic isn't on the human team. The Empire, Sin, Miku are humans. All the Kaiju are on the human team. And San Hatsune Miku controls Nyan Cat. Okay, this is a different, unrelated cat, not Nyan Cat. It just looks very similar for no particular reason. And you can tell that it's a different cat because it has a little brown hat on. And who else would wear a little brown hat other than an entirely different cat that isn't Nyan Cat? Obviously. I made Trump on the zombie team. You're welcome. Yeah, he's on the zombie team. You can tell that he's on the zombie team because he has a little bit of green in his big blonde mohawk. No, you're dead. You got killed. You're not alive. You can tell that you're not alive because there's big X's through you. You're still fighting, but you're not alive. You've become deceased at this point. There was a sneak attack through which the 2 normal dudes and also Virgil teleported over here, and then they killed you. You summoned good stuff. Yeah, that is true. They summoned good stuff. You did summon this Mimikyu from the burning corpse of the Pikachu from under the castle, or under the human fortress, where there was a burning Pikachu from the firewalls. When the firewalls collapsed on the Pikachu and the Pikachu is dying, you got the Pikachu. The zombies throw a firework in the human hole. Okay, a firework goes down into the hole, and there's a big boom. Let's roll for how well that did. A 4. Okay, that is the number of screams that you hear from the bottom. And you can tell that you heard 4 screams from the bottom because a big number 4 pops out of the hole, and you hear in all of your heads a mysterious voice saying,
Quadra kill.
so you know that you killed 4 people. Okay, you've now thrown a firework into the hole. Remember, they're under the bedrock. They're under the bedrock? Like under... Okay. The human still got hit by the splash damage somehow, because of the firework through the bedrock. But there is no... You can't really get to the people very good. The reason that you only killed 4 people instead of all the people with that AoE attack is because the humans are being protected by the bedrock. Oh, and right next to it, don't forget, is In with his girlfriend's gun and L, and you can tell that he's L because he's hunched over weird on a chair. I'll give him little arms, too, because I think that's kind of funny. Okay, I understand. Good. I'm glad everyone is on the same page and everyone understands what's going on. So, we're no longer trying to enter the human base. Because there's no humans in here anymore. And just so you can tell there's no humans in here anymore, I will put Oppenheimer in the hole. Oppenheimer is now in the hole. He's also finished his monster, and you can tell that he's finished his monster because he's happy. That's how you can tell. Okay, so Oppenheimer is now in the hole with all the humans. My brother's joining the stream. Oh, great. Amazing. Fantastic. Okay, and they won't switch because of... Okay, Doomslayer and Master Chief. Okay, I'll draw Doomslayer and Master Chief. Because Doomslayer is kind of green, he's going to be festive today, and he's going to be dressed suspiciously like Santa. So, suspiciously like Santa, Doom Guy, and Master Chief appear, and they're actually both going to be dressed as Santa. Because it's more convenient for me to draw. And they're gonna look like this. This is Doomslayer Master Chief, and you can tell that one of them is Doomslayer because he has a really big gun, and you can tell that one of them is Master Chief because he has a slightly smaller gun. A slightly smaller gun. There you go. And they're both suspiciously dressed like Santa. Welcome in, Average Furry. Welcome to stream. Hello, how you doing today? I'm a furry too. Wow, that makes 2 of us. Okay, so we now have Doomslayer and Master Chief dressed suspiciously like Santa. You can tell that this one's a Doom's guy because he has a big gun, and this was Master Chief. He has a slightly smaller gun, and they're both dressed like Santa. Rosie got killed. Rose's brother. Is this Rose's brother? Is this the Average Furry 727? Is this your brother? I guess he is. Okay, welcome into stream anyway. Yes? Okay, great. Fantastic. Welcome in. Currently what is happening, to catch everyone up on what's going on, is we are trying to break into the human base, but not really the human base because all the humans went underground. We killed 4 of them using a firework. We also summoned the Eye of Cthulhu and Mimikyu from the Pokemon Wizard Trainer Pikachu that died in the fire. Currently, Navstabluk is dressed as the Titan, the really strong guy from Deltarune. This is an actual Titan, this one up here, but he has summoning sickness, so he can't really do anything. This is a flying Pescetti monster that's actually Sin because Sin died and then got brought back. This is an air defense. The air defense is protecting against the zombie eagles, which we would have loved to send into the human base, but we can't get into the human base because of the air defense, so we sent the zombie goth girls who are now Deadpools, who aren't Deadpools because Deadpool's head is dead but not dead, are fighting against Nyan Cat currently. Sans is upset because Papyrus got killed, and so this Charizard got killed by the helicopter, which is a firefighter helicopter, which is currently being piloted by Clover. This Lich Wizard Pokemon Trainer is also dead. This is Godzilla, this is King Kong, and this is Mothra. You can tell they're different because they're wearing little hats, and who else would wear little hats except for Godzilla, Mothra, and King Kong. The sun has exploded, so the entire world is caked in shadow. You can tell the entire world is caked in shadow because of this smudge of blue right here, and that represents that it's really cold, and you can tell that it's really cold. Currently, those 3 kaiju are occupied by fighting 8-year-old kaiju, and it's his 8th birthday, and it's because it's his 8th birthday, he got a scooter, so he's on a scooter. This completely unrelated, different cat is looking down the hole through a bit of dynamite. This is Danny DeVito, who's also God. Danny DeVito is being aimed at by the Death Star, which is being ridden by Darth Vader, and this is Donald Trump. Donald Trump in this is not very smart, and he got his heart broken, and on top of his head is standing a guy, and he is very ugly, and you can tell that he's very ugly because he's happy that the sale was canceled. So instead of being 20% off today, everything in the supermarket is 20% more expensive. This is Sonic. Sonic hasn't chosen a side yet. This is a black hole that will destroy the entire world if no one does anything about it. Tails is running 5 minutes late, so he'll be here later. This is an egg that Danny DeVito was holding because he was offering us an egg in this trying time. It also came off with 2 of his fingers, so Danny DeVito's missing 2 fingers. Someone ate the egg and got some of Danny DeVito's god powers. This is Master Chief and Master Chief and Doom Guy. You can tell it's Master Chief and Doom Guy because Doom Guy's holding a gun and Master Chief's holding a slightly smaller gun, and they're both suspiciously dressed as Santa. Oh, also, there's 2 nether portals when the nether portal was destroyed. Okay. Now that's everything. Now that we've quickly recaptured everything that's happened this stream, and everyone is caught up and understands what's going on. The black hole's grown 5 times its size. Okay. Great. Okay, so Tails is now dead because Tails' car was sucked up into the black hole. So we'll say that he also got turned into Biscotti. So and you can tell that he's been turned into Biscotti because now he's a big pile of Biscotti. Perfect. He's been turned into Biscotti. This is a lot? No, this is a completely normal amount of stuff to happen. Okay. The zombies get creepers from Minecraft. I resurrect me and my mom because I can, I guess. Okay, so Jester Devil said the zombies get creepers from Minecraft. So the Minecraft creepers are going to be coming in. They're going to be coming in behind the 3 kaiju. They're going to be coming in behind the 3 kaiju. I'm going to draw 1 because 3D objects are mildly difficult to draw. And you can tell that it's a creeper because it's kind of creeper shaped. That's how you know. That's how you can tell. It's kind of creeper shaped, and that's how you know that it is in fact a creeper and not something else. And he's happy because he's evil. Okay, the black hole grows 5 times the size. Bruce gets a debuff. Past and future necromancers can only summon French people now. Okay, so everything that you summon now is French. All zombies that you summon as a necromancer are now French. Me and my mom eat the black hole. I'm gonna have you roll to eat the black hole. You're rolling to eat the black hole. I will look at that and after. I'm not gonna look at that right now. We're playing a game, Virgil. Okay, so 4. We rolled a total of 4. Okay, we've rolled a grand total of 4 for eating the black hole. So I'm going to say that you did not succeed in eating the black hole, but your mom did turn into Biscotti, so you can tell that she's Biscotti because she's a big pile of Biscotti now, because when you get too close to a black hole, you get turned into Biscotti. Okay, can I summon a Link from The Legend of Zelda for the human team? Absolutely. Absolutely you can. Link from Legend of Zelda. So currently the entire human team is located inside of this hole, and you can tell that they're located inside of this hole because Oppenheimer is down there holding a monster, and you know that he already drank the monster because you can see if you look really close, he has a smiley face, and who else would be happy? And you can tell he's Oppenheimer because he's wearing a big hat, and who else would wear a big hat but Oppenheimer? And he just drank a monster, and you can tell he drank the monster because he's happy. Okay, and then Link from Legend of Zelda. So Link is going to be down there, so Link is down in the hole because that's where the human team is. So if he's on the human team, he's in the hole. So Link is now in a big hole. He's at the bottom of the hole. Okay. We have Link at the bottom of the hole. Let's do a representation of Link at the bottom of the hole. You can tell Link is at the bottom of the hole because we're going to do a little guy with a really stupid hat, because who else would wear a really stupid hat other than Link? And we're going to put an arrow from him into the hole, and that's you can tell that Link is in the hole, because who else would wear a really stupid hat and have an arrow from them into the hole but Link? Obviously. Does that make sense to everybody? Is everybody caught up with the story so far? Does everyone understand what is going on? Great. Fantastic. Beautiful. Lovely. Splendiferous even. Fantastic. Alright, so, right now, currently, the humans are trying to fend off the zombies, and the zombies are doing their very bestest The zombies are doing their very, very bestest to get into the hole and eat all the people. The zombie team throws Trump into the human hole. Okay, so we're gonna throw Trump into the human hole. Now remember, Trump is not smart, and he had his heart broken, so he's a little bit distracted at the moment. But by throwing Trump into the hole, you're also taking off another one of Danny DeVito's fingers. Keep that in mind. So Trump has now been thrown into the human hole, and he's still human, but he's on the zombie side. You can tell he's on the zombie side because he has a little bit of his big blonde mohawk dyed green. Okay, so now he's in the hole. He's now in the hole, and Danny DeVito has one less finger, and Danny DeVito is kind of upset that he has one less finger, and you can tell that he's upset because he now has angry eyebrows. Okay. We also get Noble 6 from Halo Reach, who's stronger than Master Chief and Doomslayer because he's built different. He's built differently, you say? I'd say that he's built differently, alright? So, he's built differently, okay? Perfect. Okay, see, he's built different. He's a different shape. Trump gets saved by the invisible goth French zombie people. Okay, so there were goths in the... Do we have goth zombies in the hole? Do we have goth zombies in the hole? Okay, so there's gonna be the goth Deadpool zombies. We're gonna say 2 of the goth Deadpool zombies are also in the hole. And you can tell that they're in the hole because they're in the hole, obviously. Duh, what did you think I was gonna do? Draw them next to the hole with an arrow or something? That's dumb. I give Danny a creeper for a friend. Okay, Danny now has this creeper for a friend, and the creeper is evil. You can tell that it's evil because it's happy, even though the 20% sale at the supermarket was canceled. But he's kind of a nice guy, so it's alright. Even though he's evil, he's like kind of a nice guy. And he's gonna live on Danny DeVito's shoulder, and because Danny DeVito has been given a creeper that is happy, he's gonna be slightly less upset, and you can tell that he's slightly less upset because his angry eyebrows have gone away, and now they have turned into sort of like mildly upward curving eyebrows. Like, huh, oh wow, what a nice guy. Got it? Got it? Great. Okay, so Danny DeVito now has a creeper for a friend. This is his creeper friend. Danny DeVito is friends with the creeper. He's still being aimed down by the Death Star and Darth Vader. They're kind of like about to shoot him in the face, but like he's okay. I fill up my helicopter with concrete and start filling the human hole. Okay, the human hole is now being slowly filled with concrete from the helicopter. So we're gonna say that, thank you for the Hydrate Redeem Rose. I don't have any more water. So I'm gonna go grab some. I'm gonna go grab some water. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Alright, chat, I'm back. I'm gonna do my Hydrate Redeem. I gotta do my Hydrate Redeem, Rose Redeemed Hydrate. Hold on. Okay. So, currently to resolve everything that's happening, the helicopter is now starting to fill the hole with cement. So you can tell that it's filling the hole with cement because there's a big pipe going from the helicopter to the hole, and we're gonna say that that is full of liquid cement and it's going in there. Okay, next up, human strap VR on Clover while he's asleep, and now he doesn't know where he is, and we trapped him in. Okay, so Clover is now flying blind. He's in VR, and you can tell that he's in VR because we put a little black rectangle over his face with straps. Perfect. Okay, and I would like to shoot an anti-air missile to take down the helicopter. I'm going to roll for how well that anti-air missile does. Natural 1. Okay, so instead of shooting the helicopter with an anti-air missile, you're actually going to shoot Danny DeVito in the eye. And you can tell that Danny DeVito's been shot in the eye because his eye is now going to be gone. His eye is going to be gone, actually. His eye is... Wait. His eye is going to be gone now. And then, yeah, I'll say that, like, sort of in the remains, there's like, a little bit of, ooh. And Danny DeVito's gonna have to wear an eye patch now. You accidentally hit him in the eye. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. No one could have seen it coming. No one could have seen it coming at all. Okay, I rolled a 22 on capturing Clover. No, you can't roll the dice. That's not how this stream works. You can't see the screen? The screen! The screen! Unfortunate. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. You missed it. So the anti-air missile Clover now has the VR headset on his head. So you can tell that he's in VR. And Danny DeVito's eye has been exploded, unrelated to the Death Star. Danny DeVito has been shot. And now Danny DeVito is mad at the humans because that anti-air missile was meant for the zombie helicopter. So Danny DeVito is officially on the zombie side. And you can tell that he's officially on the zombie side because his other eye has turned green. Roll 20. Yeah, you can't roll your own dice. I roll the dice. If you want to capture Clover, you can ask me and I'll roll a dice. You don't get to roll a dice. That's not how this stream works. I'm sorry about the screen. The screen's been fixed now. Okay, better Koi, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Stream has been fixed. So everyone can see now what's going on. Everyone can now see what is happening. That Clover is in VR. Well, he tries to fill the hole with cement. Let's roll for how good that cement is doing because that happened first. And then you can roll for capture Clover. Natural 2. Okay, so you get like kind of 2 drops of cement. And we'll say that you managed to get a little bit of cement on Oppenheimer's hat. And you can tell that a little bit of cement got on Oppenheimer's hat because a little bit of cement is on Oppenheimer's hat. Obviously. I capture Clover. Okay, how are you gonna capture Clover? He's in a helicopter. He's in the sky. You can tell he's in the sky because he's in a helicopter. I'm pretty sure this is you, right? You have Danny DeVito God powers because you ate his egg. So, poor Danny DeVito has now lost 3 fingers and an eye. He's only been here for like 30 minutes, guys. I gave you Danny DeVito for 30 minutes, and you already took out 1 of his eyes and 3 of his fingers. You terrible people. Look what you've done to Danny DeVito. At least he has a creeper friend. That's kind of nice. He does have a creeper friend. He sends Master Chief, and he uses his luck to capture Clover. Okay, so Master Chief is the one with the slightly smaller gun. You could tell he's Master Chief because he's a slightly smaller gun. Okay, and he's suspiciously dressed like Santa. It's fine, it grows back, right? Probably. I mean, he is kind of a god, technically, right now. Okay, so Master Chief is going to board the helicopter. You could tell that he's boarding the helicopter because he's boarding the helicopter. Obviously. And then he's going to try to take Clover into custody. Okay, Clover, you're attempting to... Master Chief is trying to arrest you. Master Chief rolls an 8. Master Chief actually falls out of the helicopter and into the hole. So Master Chief is in the hole now. You can tell that he's in the hole because he's in the hole. Obviously. Don't forget plus 12 because he has maximum luck stats. He gets a plus 1 for a total of 9. And he falls into the hole, and he's in the hole now. I resurrect Danny DeVito. I can't spell fingers. Okay, you resurrect his fingers. Danny DeVito, I'll actually roll for how well that spell does, because I think it's funny. 5. Okay, 5 is the number of fingers that you managed to resurrect, and he now has 6 fingers. Great. This is Danny DeVito's hand now. This is what you've done to his hand. This is now Danny DeVito. He now has 6 fingers. The Eye of Cthulhu replaces Danny DeVito's destroyed eye. Cool, fantastic idea. Right, where's the Eye of Cthulhu? The Eye of Cthulhu is over here. Okay, so let me grab the Eye of Cthulhu, which was invading the human base before all the humans used their interpearl stasis chamber to teleport to the bottom of the world. So currently, if I can I turn this image around? I hope I can turn this image around. Ooh, I don't think I can. Oh, I don't think there's a way to flip it, unfortunately. Is there a way I can flip this? Is there a flip tool? Maybe there's a flip tool. Are these flip tools? Oh, wait, did I flip it? Did I flip it? I don't think I flipped it. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's a way to flip it, so his eye is just going to be in backwards now. Danny DeVito's eye is going to be in backwards, unfortunately. The Eye of Cthulhu has now successfully replaced Danny DeVito's other eye. He's still in the zombie team, but one of his eyes is now installed backwards, so Danny DeVito is now capable of seeing his own brain. And to represent that Danny DeVito can now see his own brain, I'm going to draw Danny DeVito's brain inside of his brain. Obviously. Danny DeVito can now see his own brain. Lovely. What's next? The black hole doubled in size again? Understood. Okay, so this is, by the way, in the corner, in case anyone forgot, this black hole will consume the entire world, just in case no one does anything about it. The black hole has now doubled in size, so I'll say doubles approximately there. Okay, so it looks like Virgil has been turned into spaghetti. Virgil, you're now turned into Paschetti. You've now been turned into Paschetti. You're Paschetti now. And this one's also been turned into Pescetti. So he's also made of Pescetti. Being turned into Pescetti has no effect on gameplay, but it does mean that you are canonically now made of Pescetti. Because also L is now made of Pescetti. L is now also made of Pescetti. 5 zombies jump to the human hole. Plus 12 Master G. Blah 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 blah. Long message. No, it's plus 1. You can't make every character overpowered, Virgil. Not every oh no. Chat. Hold on. We've reached the point of no return apparently. Okay, this is not too hard. Don't worry. We know how to recover this. We've done this once before. We just take a screenshot of the entire game so far. We take a screenshot of the entire game so far. I switch into a new window. I switch it into a brand new window. And then I open it. And it's going to be great. Okay, we did lose a little bit of data. I think that there might have been some stuff at the very top and the very bottom. There might have been some stuff at the very top and the very bottom of the map that is gone. But I'm sure it is no biggie. And we are back in. Okay, fantastic. There is now one more internal server error. The internal server errors are kind of taking over the middle of the map, but that's okay. So currently, how many zombies did you say jump in the hole? 5 zombies jump in the human hole? Okay, you can tell that 5 zombies jump in the human hole because I'm too lazy to actually draw 5 entire zombies. So I'm just gonna draw like 2. Oh no. Oh no, wait. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. Hold on, chat. Don't worry. I just gotta open a new tab. MS Paint Online. Perfect. Okay. When this website does it by like creating objects, I think, and when you create too many objects, it gets really confused. But the picture counts as one object when I screenshot it, so it like resets the timer. However, we ran out of space to do so. File that saves, save frequently, ignore. Okay, so basically it's saying this image is now too big to save. But I don't care. We don't care. We're not trying to save this image. We don't need to save this image. It can be not saved. That's whatever. There is one more internal server error, but it's all right. Okay, so all 5 zombies die of a great fall. Right. So 5 zombies jumped into the hole. You can tell that 5 zombies jumped into the hole because there's now a bit of green at the bottom of the hole. Because what else would cause a bit of green at the bottom of the hole but 5 zombies dying at the bottom of the hole? There you go. Eating again. Last time it didn't end well. Yeah, you can try to eat the black hole. 14. Okay, you eat a little bit of the black hole. The black hole has been slightly consumed. And we'll say that brings it back from here to, like, here instead. It's a little bit smaller. It's not a lot smaller, but it's a little bit smaller. Do I have to send quite a 6-hour video essay? Nah. He gets +1. Not +12. He gets +1. It's fine. Yeah. If the black hole gets any bigger, so it is now currently at this one, not at this one here at the edge. It has currently been hauled back to this one. It will consume the hole, and if it consumes the hole, then all the humans are dead, and then I guess the zombies win. Because don't forget, all the humans are inside the hole at this point. The humans are in the hole. They have left the base, and they've gone into the hole. This is the screenshot of like everything that happened so far. It's okay. We found a way around the internal server error, but it does mean that to the world canonically there has been added an internal application error. That internal application error is kind of just existing in the middle of the world. We don't know what happens if anyone touches it. I'd like to summon the Black Silence from Library of Ruins to convince the black hole to leave. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'll Google it. You rolled a 6 though. Well, let me see. Black Silence from Library of Runia. Let me Google this. Black Silence, Library of Runia. He looks like a guy with no face. Okay, so I'm going to draw a guy with no face, and you can tell that he doesn't have a face because he doesn't have a face, obviously. And he's going to try to persuade the black hole to leave. I feel is biased. You're trying to summon really overpowered stuff, Virgil. It's a black mask, actually. Okay, you can tell that he's wearing a black mask because he doesn't have a face. Yes, Virgil failed to capture you. He's currently trying to persuade the black hole to go away, and he has not succeeded. The black hole is not convinced. In fact, the black hole is from HR, actually. The black hole is from HR and doesn't approve of this entire thing, and the black hole thinks that it's not up to regulations, and the black hole's upset. Okay, Virgil failed to capture you. Yes, Virgil failed to capture you. It's a black mask, right. You could tell that it's a mask because He has a little hat on. And what else would cause him to wear a little hat but a black mask? Then I see the server error on my VR and fly towards it. Okay, so you now, Virgil in his helicopter, which is a firefighting helicopter, don't forget it's a firefighting helicopter, now flies into the internal server error. He flies into the internal server error. I'm gonna roll for an internal server error. 13. Okay, so you are seemingly unaffected by the internal server error, but you now exist inside of an internal server error. We don't know why. I summoned wither skeletons from Minecraft to help the zombies. Okay, so we now have wither skeletons, and presumably because the zombies are marching on the hull. Sans lost his legs at some point. I think it just when the helicopter went away, the helicopter blades actually cut off Sans' legs, and you can tell that Sans' legs have been cut off because he's now lying in a pool of skeleton blood, because skeletons have that. Wither skeletons from Minecraft. Okay, so there's gonna you get 2. I'll give you 2. And you can tell that they're wither skeletons from Minecraft because they have square heads and little swords. And who else would have square heads and little swords other than wither skeletons from Minecraft? Obviously. Hey, Koi, for future reference, can you tell us the required number for the attack to work? I'm kind of doing everything with about 11. Like better than average and worse than average, and then depending on the number, I look at it and then I decide. So obviously, natural 20 is really good, natural 1 is really bad, but like anywhere in the middle, and I kind of just like figure it out. Like you got an 11, so yeah, that's pretty good. It works, but like it's gonna take a bit. Or like if you get like a 9, might do the same thing. It might fail. Thank you, Rose, for the hydrate redeem. See, I can't even tell when I'm getting dehydrated. Just do like better than 11 or 11 or higher, and it'll be good. And then if it's obviously like a really high success, like 18, really good success, a 13, not as good success, 9 is like a failure, but it's not so bad of a failure. 4 is a really bad failure. Kind of like imagine it like that. Like it depends on what end of the die it's on. But I will be using DM discretion. I will explore the world inside of the world server error. Okay, inside of the server error, you find another server error. And there is now 2 server errors. Except there is this server error. It's inside of the first server error. So it's going to appear slightly smaller. I start playing Big Shot on my saxophone. It makes Danny DeVito join the humans. Okay, great. You start playing Big Shot on the saxophone, and Danny DeVito's down the human side. You can tell he's down the human side because his eye is no longer green. And he seems progressively more surprised. You can tell that he's getting progressively more surprised because he now has a second set of eyebrows unrelated to the fact that he can see his brain. The zombie team uses Fireball to attack the human hull. Okay, the zombie team uses Fireball, and... oh, that's pretty good. We'll say that you hear from the bottom, quadra kill. And you've now killed another 4 humans, and you can tell that you've killed another 4 humans because the second big number 4 appears and it flies out of the hole. And now there's 2. You've killed a total of 8 humans. I'll say there's like a total of 20, so there's like 12 more guys down there. Not counting Oppenheimer, who just drank a monster. And you can tell he just drank a monster because he's happy. Oh, and Link. Link is also in the hole. Right. Okay. So that's what's currently going on. That's what's currently happening. We'll say Sans is slowly bleeding out a little bit more. Sans is slowly bleeding out a little bit more. And the black hole, obviously. The black hole. Can't forget about the black hole. The black hole is going to get a little bit bigger. The black hole is just going to get a little bit bigger. And it gets a little bit bigger, but for some reason, Clover's unaffected because he's inside of an internal server error. Me and Furry are in the same room watching the same stream, but mine is somehow faster than his. Maybe he needs to fast forward. He just needs to, like, fast forward on the stream or something. So, currently, there are now 12 more humans, and the 12 more humans are in the hole. There's 12 more humans in the hole, and also Oppenheimer and Link, and then you win. I would like to summon a white hole to oppose the black hole, okay? Unfortunately, white holes spit stuff out, and when they spit stuff out, that stuff that they spit out easily gets sucked in by the black hole. You can tell that this one is a white hole and not a black hole, because this one doesn't put any seasoning on things, and you can tell that it doesn't put any seasoning on things because it looks like a silly little guy. That's how you can tell that he's a white hole. And he's spitting garbage at the HR black hole, and the HR black hole is having none of it. Then I jump from server error to server error. You find an infinite number of infinitely repeating server errors that start to cover your screen, and reality starts to break down around you. That's what happens when you go inside the next server error. There's now like a ton of server errors, and it's getting really hard to see. You're struggling to find a way that this benefits you. You're slowly spreading it, though. You know, if you spread it enough, it might take over the entire world. The faster that you hit the X button, the faster server errors appear, actually, which is kind of funny. Okay, there's 12 more guys in the hole. And Sans is here. He's bleeding out because his legs got cut off by the propeller blades. And Papyrus is dead, but like half of Papyrus is still lying around. The Wither skeletons from Minecraft are standing here. Danny DeVito's eye has been replaced, but backwards, so we can see his own brain. We post some rumors about Rose, and now they have to roll to convince everyone on Instagram that they didn't do it. Okay, you post allegations on Instagram, and the allegations on Instagram go really viral, and now everyone thinks that Rose sucks, and you could tell that everyone thinks that Rose sucks because she's now dead and sad. Okay, Creature the Fourth. Hello, welcome in, Creature the Fourth. Welcome in, buddy. I promise this makes a lot of sense. Thank you for the Hydrate Redeem. Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta catch up Creature the Fourth. Okay, so, here's what's currently going on. Currently, we are playing as the zombies, and the zombies are trying to kill all the humans, and the humans are inside of this hole right here. This is Godzilla, this is King Kong, this is Mothra. You can tell that they're Godzilla, King Kong, and Mothra because they have different hats on. This is Ado, but Ado got a little bit decapitated by the Eye of Cthulhu, Ado, the Japanese singer. The Eye of Cthulhu is over here, but it's also being used to replace Danny DeVito's eye. Danny DeVito's here in the bottom corner. He has a creeper as a friend. He ascended to godhood, and he can see his own brain, and he's getting progressively more surprised. He's currently being aimed down by Darth Vader and the Death Star. This is Master Chief and Doom Guy. Doom Guy is actually in the hole. You can tell that he's in the hole because he's in the hole, and they suspiciously look like Santa. He has 6 fingers now because he lost 3 of them and then regenerated 5 of them. This is a different guy from a different game. This is a zombie with a little red hat on. I don't know what that red hat means anymore. I kind of forgot. This is a guy who's really ugly. You could tell he's really ugly because he's happy, even though it says sale canceled over here because the sale at the supermarket was canceled, and now instead of being 20% off, everything is 20% more expensive. This is Sans and Papyrus. They both joined the zombie side, but Sans is upset because Papyrus got killed, and his legs just got cut off by a helicopter, which is currently being piloted by Virgil. He's currently in VR. He's currently piloting in VR into the internal server errors that appeared when this website crashed twice. This is Sonic. Sonic is running away from the black hole. This is a black hole from HR. The black hole from HR is kind of upset. This is a white hole. You could tell that it's white because it doesn't season anything, and you can tell that it doesn't season anything because it looks like a goofy little guy. It's shooting nonsense into the black hole from HR, and HR is having none of it. This is Rose and her mom. Rose is having allegations about her spread on Instagram. You can tell that she's having allegations about her spread on Instagram because she's dead and sad. This is another portal that got destroyed. This is another portal that's still active. This is a Mimikyu that's on fire. And the Mimikyu's on fire because it was made from a Pikachu that was in this wreckage that was revived, but it died of fire from one of the wizard Pokemon trainers' fireballs. And this is a Titan that has summoning sickness. These are the zombie goth girls that are also Deadpool. They're zombie Deadpool goth girls. They're currently fighting against Nyan Cat, unrelated to this cat, which is looking in the hole. You can tell it's an unrelated cat because this one's wearing a hat and this one isn't. Deadpool's head has been destroyed. This is a Charizard that was sprayed with water and its tail got extinguished and it also died. And then Oppenheimer, 3 zombies that have been turned into a splat. Some wither skeletons are hanging out outside the hole in which 12 more humans are, and Oppenheimer's holding a monster. Which he drank. You could tell he drank the monster because he's happy. Oh, also Link is in the hole. Link is in the hole. Virgil ate the egg from Danny DeVito, and it had 2 of his fingers still on it, so he has some of Danny DeVito's god powers. This is the remains of an orbital laser from the start of the stream, and this is the nuke area where a bunch of nukes went off, and currently the 3 kaijus are being held off by an 8-year-old kaiju, which is kaiju number 8, and you can tell that he's 8 years old because it's his birthday, and he's on a scooter. Right. If anyone would like to be caught up on what is happening, you can back the stream up. The stream can be backed up, and you can just watch all of that. And you can watch all of that. And if the server errors continue to cover the entire world, then the zombies would win because Clover's a zombie. That is true. That is true. Suddenly I see a big red button with a label "Don't Push." I try to reach it because I don't let a button tell me what to do, and there's a lot of errors in the way. That's a good idea, Clover. You roll to see if you can press that big red button. You get an 11. Okay, so you can get to the big red button, but it's going to take a little bit. You can get to the big red button, but it's going to take a bit. We convinced Santa, by the way, Santa, don't forget Santa is Master Chief. We convinced Santa that Rose and her brother are elves because they're short and they're teleported to the North Pole and can't do anything now. Okay, I will have you roll to convince Santa. Santa's not easily swayed, but you can certainly try. Because remember, Santa's Master Chief. Ooh. You're kind of there. Say, Santa, you almost had Santa, and then you tried to bribe Santa with an oatmeal raisin cookie, and Santa's like, an oatmeal raisin cookie? I don't want to eat an oatmeal raisin cookie! And then he threw it at your face, and then he wasn't convinced at all. Okay, what the heck did I just walk in on? Yeah, I just summarized, Adam. It's a Doug stream now. Kinda, maybe, sorta. So remember, there's 12 people left, and the 12 people are, in fact, in the hole. There's 12 more humans in the hole that you're trying to kill. My brother is almost 6 foot, so that's why Santa didn't believe them. Exactly. There you go. By the way, your brother's up here. You can tell that he's your brother because he has a really long pink nose, and who else would have a really long pink nose but your brother? Also, don't hate on the raisin cookies. Look, I like them. I'm just saying that Santa didn't. Santa was upset, not me, you see. Now, I am not Santa. By the way, Santa is Master Chief, don't forget. Just because they're dressed like Santa, just because they are... Okay, so this is Santa, and this is... And he's Master Chief, and you can tell that he's... No, wait, this is Master Chief. Master Chief is in the hole. This is Santa, Master Chief is in the hole. You can tell that he's Master Chief because it's a slightly smaller gun. This is Santa Doom Guy, and this is Santa the other one that I forgot from a different game that I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna do dishes, so I just want to say hi. Okay, ta-ta, Adam. Thank you for coming in. I bribed Santa with a homemade cookie cake. That's fantastic. Okay. Am I allowed to do stuff? Yeah. Yeah. What do you want to do, creature? Tell me what you want to do. Tell me what you want to do. There's 12 more people in the hole, and we're trying to kill them. We're trying to eat our brains. Once we eat the 12 people in the hole's brains, then we win. And then we win. And then it's gonna be a grand old time. It's going to be a grand old time and all the... Because this entire experiment, do not forget, this entire experiment was done because we, the zombies, wanted to prove that if the humans had every possible defense, that we could still win, so that we know in real life, when the actual zombie apocalypse happens, that the best scenario possible is to join the zombies, because the zombies will win. That's what we're proving here today. This is a thought experiment. I rolled to smite Santa that threw the cookie. Okay, let's resolve the homemade cookie cake first from Virgil. So you're going to try to bribe Santa with a homemade cookie cake to get rid of Rose. Oh, yeah, definitely. So Rose is now sad and dead and gone. She's sad and dead and gone. Not just sad and dead and gone. She's been sent to the North Pole. Okay, I would like to block off the human hole. Okay, so let's do this smiting the Santa that threw the cookie first. You have a smite sword. Unfortunately, Santa is human, so it's going to be a little bit less effective. But even with a -1, you do successfully smite the Santa at the bottom of the hole. You do successfully smite the Santa at the bottom of the hole. Santa at the bottom of the hole has been smited. So you smited this Santa, which is this one at the bottom of the hole. And you can tell that he's been smited because he has a big line through him. Okay, I'd like to block off the human hole with Minecraft Bedrock. Okay, you can do that. The human hole is now filled with Minecraft Bedrock, and there's now no way that anyone can get in or out. But there's still 12 humans alive at the bottom. They will slowly be running out of air, and then they will suffocate and die, but then we can't really get their brains. I summon my Dungeons & Dragons character, Cora, as a zombie, and she stabs the human and hides in the hole with her 13 named knives. Okay, so unfortunately, the hole has already been sealed with bedrock at this point, but I'll say that you stab the guy who's really ugly and is happy that everything at the supermarket is 20% more expensive. So he has a knife in him now. You can tell that he has a knife in him because he has a knife in him, obviously. And your Dungeons & Dragons character can stand right here. Perfect. Great. Lovely. Can we get Jack Cooper and BT from Titanfall 2 to join? Sure, I don't know who those are, but they can definitely appear. They're going to look like two dudes, and they're going to be holding hands. And you can tell that they're Jack Cooper and that other guy from Titanfall because they're holding hands. And who else would be holding hands but those guys, obviously. There's air underneath the bedrock, remember? So do they have, like, the void exposed then? I think the black hole grew again. Okay, so the black hole is growing, and the people aren't suffocating. Okay, black hole is now getting bigger. So at this point, the black hole has consumed, like... How much has it consumed? Oh, it's consumed one of the Santas. It has consumed one of the Santas. So he's now been turned to Paschetti. Because remember, when you get close to a black hole, you get spaghettified. So he's now been turned into Paschetti. Okay. I light multiple fires in the hole to make them run out of air faster. How are you going to light fires in the hole? The hole has been sealed off with bedrock. How are you going to get fire in the hole? You have to figure out a way to fire in the hole, man. Jack Cooper can travel in time with his glove, and BT is like a Big Mac with big guns. I'll do it. Here's your hydrate redeem. Okay, so Jack Cooper can travel in time with his glove, and BT is a big mech with guns. Okay, well, currently they're two little guys holding hands. I will say that, so you can tell one of them is a big mech with guns, I'll give him a very small gun. Obviously. I still fight inside the airs to reach the red button. Okay, we'll see if you've reached the red button yet. You have not reached the red button yet, but you did succeed the original roll, so it's probably going to take one more try. I make that one mechanism that can break bedrock. Okay, we are currently constructing that one mechanism that can break bedrock on top. I know it involves a piston, so there's going to be a piston here, and we're slowly breaking the bedrock. We're going to make a hole in the top. I would like to request Z-Team and Robert Robertson III. Okay, so Z-Team from Doug Doug appear. So we're going to put chat here. And Z-Team is kind of dumb. Z-Team is kind of... I'm part of Z-Team. Z-Team is kind of dumb anyway. So Z-Team's here. They're going to be in a chat window. And Robert Robertson III, I don't know who that is, but he's going to appear as a little guy holding Z-Team. Like this. With his really long arms. He's got really long arms for some reason. No, Z-Team from Dispatch. Oh, sorry. They're going to look like chat with a little pink hat on. Because who else would look like chat with a little pink hat on but Z-Team from Dispatch? Okay, so now, and then a good thing now, the clarity, the qualification, we've correctly determined now. We've now fixed it, right? Wait, is K in Z-Team? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. No, I'm in A-Team. What am I saying? Anyway. Here we go. Also, I guess my username starts with C, so technically, I'd like to greet their attempt to break the bedrock. Okay, we're gonna have you roll to grief. Roll for griefing. Oh, it goes pretty well, unfortunately. The piston gets broken, and you can tell that the piston is broken, because I'm gonna draw a little sad face on it. Unfortunately, the piston has been broken. And there are 12 more people. We're going to say at this point that one of them ran out of air. So there's another conveniently sized one number flies out of the hole, and one of them has now died. And you can tell that one of them has now died because of the big number that has flown out of the hole. And the piston machine that breaks the bedrock to break into the hole has now broken. So that machine is now broken, and you can't get in the hole. You can't get in the hole. The hole has been sealed off. It's done. It's gone. No way in the hole. You can't get in the hole, unfortunately. There's no really obvious way. I build another one because they're really easy. Okay, so you start making more of them. You start making more of them as quickly as you possibly can. I'm going to see if you can break any bedrock successfully by just making a whole ton. I'll just leave that one as really big. That seems fine enough. Yeah, we'll make two. We'll make two. Oh, this one will be really small even. There you go. Perfect. Okay, let's see how well this goes. See if you can break any bedrock. 15. You break some bedrock. Some bedrock has now been broken. There's some broken bedrock now. You can tell that there's some broken bedrock because some bedrock has been broken. Obviously. We assassinate Clover since Clover is inside of an internal server error trying to press a big red button that says do not press. Yeah, he's inside an internal server error. You can't really get to him. He's a little bit inside an internal server error right now. It's going to be pretty hard to get to him. You can definitely try, but it's not going to work very well. He's inside of an internal server error, and he's pressing a big red button. By the way, let's see how that big red button pressing is going. How is that big red button pressing going? 19. Okay, at this point, you've pressed the big red button, and the big red button that said do not press, and the amount of internal server errors has quadrupled. There's now 4 times the amount of internal server errors, and they're kind of crashing everything. The internal server errors are spreading, and they are also threatening, much like the black hole, to erase everything in the entire universe. And I'll say that it killed Mothra. We killed Mothra with internal server errors. I throw a Molotov into the hole. Okay, and seal it back off. Okay, so now into the hole, you throw this. Let's see how this does. I'd say that's pretty good. Let's see how many more people you get out of the 20 people. 8 people, wow. Okay, so this is 9, and then 8 more. So now 17, there's only 3 dudes left in the hole plus Oppenheimer. There's only 3 dudes left in the hole plus Oppenheimer. You can tell that you got 8 dudes with that, because a cartoonish 8 flies out of the hole. We send in Master Chief, and he uses his luck to get to Clover and eliminate him. Okay, I would like to update the server to remove the internal server error. Okay, so let's see. Master Chief is currently Master Chief is in the hole. We'll take one of the other Santas and we'll say that actually Doom Guy is going to do that because Master Chief is still in the hole and he might have been one of the guys who's just killed. So Master Chief is going to come in here and he's going to smack Clover on the head. Clover, you're going to get smacked on the head and you're going to die. And you can tell that you've died because you're going to look a little bit disappointed in yourself. And who rebooted the server? Average Furry wanted to reboot the server to get rid of the internal server errors. No problem. Okay, we're going to reboot the server to get rid of the internal server errors. That actually succeeds. I'll say that it just succeeds. And you can tell that you successfully rebooted the server and removed all the internal server errors because they are now gone. And there's a big hole where they used to be, like it's kind of buggy, but they've successfully been removed. They are now gone. I started to hear a lot of voices in my head and get insane. Okay, so Clover, you're now dead, insane, and deleted. Great, fantastic. Now the fire starts burning through the air, and an ad happens at the good part. I'm very sorry. We'll wait for everyone to be back. We'll wait for everyone to be back. We will wait for everyone to return to resume. There it is. Okay, intermission has now ended. Okay, so, Doom Guy went in and he bopped Clover on the head. He went in and bopped Clover on the head. Clover's now dead and sad and deleted. So he's been deleted. There's now 3 guys left in the hole. The white hole and the black hole grow. Okay, so they have both now swollen into disgusting proportions. So the black hole's kind of like a lot bigger, and the white hole's like slightly bigger because he's kind of a dweeb. I'd like to call in 10 Helldivers. Okay, you get 1 really big Helldiver. They were like, we can't really do 10 that takes too long to draw. You get 1 really big Helldiver. And you can tell that he's a Helldiver because he has no concept of his own safety. You can tell he has no concept for his own safety because he is running with scissors. He's running with scissors. And you can tell he's running with scissors because of these little speed lines. I realized I just committed a war crime. Wow! Tell me what happened with the Doomslayer. Okay, yeah, so he went into the internal server areas and killed Clover. Clover's dead. The humans have been super destroyed, so all we have is Helldivers. Yep, so there's 3 dudes left in the hole, and the fire started burning through the air, so we'll say 1 more of the dudes in the hole perishes, and there's now 2 dudes in the hole and Oppenheimer. There's now 2 dudes in Oppenheimer, and then the zombies win. There's 2 more dudes in an Oppenheimer. That's everybody. What would you like to do? Does anyone need an explanation of what is currently going on screen? I'm sure everybody has a perfect understanding of everything that they're currently looking at, so we shouldn't need to, like, go back over the whole recap again. I'm sure everyone understands. This is fine. This is perfectly normal. This makes a lot of sense to everybody here. This makes a lot of sense to me. It's great. It's fantastic. It's lovely. It's beautiful. Are we all good? We're all good? Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you for the Hydrate Redeem Jester Devil. I will do a hydration. The Helldiver calls in 500 kg to explode all the zombies. Okay, we will say that looks like a big nuke. That kind of happens, like, where are all the zombies? There's some zombie goth girls left over there. Okay, so this is going to explode some of the zombie goth girls. They're going to get exploded. They're going to get exploded by a big, large explosion. And you can tell it's a big, large explosion because it's large. Obviously. This is the best piece of human storytelling I think I've ever made. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's beautiful. Everything is perfectly sane. It makes so much sense. I love this. We're all having a great time. This all makes a ton of sense. We get Uzi, and she convinced In to join the humans. In already died. I'm afraid. In was here, and then he got killed. He was over here. He got eaten by the black hole, and then the internal server errors. And unfortunately, someone already summoned In, and he already got killed. So Uzi can be here, but Uzi's gonna be really sad because her robot boyfriend is dead. So we'll give you Uzi, though. Uzi's gonna summon in the white space created by the deletion. Thank you for the Hydrate Redeem Rose. Okay, Uzi's gonna be here, and she's gonna be sad. And you can tell that she's sad because she's sitting and staring wistfully into the sky. Because her robot boyfriend is dead. Okay. Everything is perfectly sane here, Uzi. Yep. That's everything. So there's currently 1, 5, 9, 17, 18. There's 2 more people in Oppenheimer left inside the hole. And already betrayed Uzi for me. Wow. It's to give all the French zombies depression. Okay, so now all the French zombies are sad. I don't think we actually summoned any zombies after we applied the Curse of the French. But I will say that it makes this zombie eagle up here sad. This zombie's sad. Is there any other zombies? I will say the 8-year-old kaiju, he's also gonna be sad. He's also sad now. He's already sad before, but now he's like more sad. Henry Stickmin popped up after using the teleporter and brought him here. We're cooked. Okay, there's now a very famous Stickman here. And you can tell he's very famous because he has straight lines for eyes. And who else would have straight lines for eyes but Henry Stickman, obviously. I wrecked Uzi's robot boyfriend in. Okay, In is now here. In is now here, and he's okay. And you can tell that he's okay because he is alive. And obviously, and now because he is alive, Uzi's gonna feel really happy, but unfortunately she's incredibly distracted, and they're gonna spend their rest of their time making out over here. So kind of like we're gonna put a censor bar over that. Actually, we're gonna put a big censor bar over that because no one wants to see that. We're gonna put a big censor bar. Okay, so they're currently gonna be making out, and no one wants to see that. So we're gonna put a big censor bar over it. We get the entire population of Nevada. No, but you do get the state of Nevada. You get the state of actual Nevada. I think I remember what Nevada is shaped like. Kind of like that, right? Nevada's like a big triangle. You can tell it's Nevada because it has a big N on it. Obviously. Are you still in Santa's workshop? Yeah. Currently, Rose is in Santa's workshop, and she's being forced to make toys because they think she's an elf. Because she's so short. You now have the state of Nevada. No, you have now acquired the state of Nevada. There are 2, 4, 8, plus 8, 16. There's 2 more people and Oppenheimer in the hole, and then the zombies win. We need to get 2 more people and then Oppenheimer, and then we're done. That's all that there is left is 2 people and Oppenheimer. The zombie team builds a bulldozer to drill into the ground around the human hole. Okay, let's see how good that bulldozer is. You build a really good bulldozer, and you build it really fast. In fact, it's so good, you have a feeling that probably it'd kill everybody in there if the bulldozer got into the hole. And the bulldozer has now kind of started, like, getting into the hole. And you can tell that it's kind of started getting into the hole because this big claw is full of dirt. Obviously. Roll a dice on how much the black hole and white hole grow. We use Danny DeVito to make a new N, and he sides with humans. I like to give the human team a force field. Okay, let's do all of this at the same time because I think that's kind of funny. We're going to do a force field over the human hole. The humans start generating a force field to protect them from the bulldozer. Remember, this is a natural 20 bulldozer, so it's going to be really hard to defeat. Danny DeVito is making a new N. Danny DeVito does make a new N. There's now 2 N's. Unfortunately, Uzi doesn't notice because she's too busy smooching the other one. So there's going to be a new N, and you can tell that he's new because he doesn't know where he's going, and he looks a little lost. There's going to be... I like to give the human a force field. Roll a dice on how much black hole and white hole have grown. Okay, let's roll a dice on that. The first one is black hole. Natural 1 and 10. Okay, black hole is exactly the same. White hole's grown slightly. White hole has slightly expanded. Whoop, and it's still throwing nonsense at HR. Alright. I'd like to give Poochie from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure appears with his stand over heaven to try to reset the timeline. Okay, you're gonna roll to reset the timeline. Well, that just happens. That's okay. 6. Okay, unfortunately, not only does the timeline not reset, you actually reset yourself. So he got summoned, and I totally drew him in incredible detail, and then he accidentally deleted himself. Oh no. And that's where he was. There's a really, really cool, highly detailed drawing of him right there, but now he's gone. Danny DeVito uses his pal Arceus to spawn a Manticarp. Danny DeVito has 1 pal, and his pal is a creeper. He has a creeper pal, but I'll say that the creeper can spawn Manticarp anyway. So there's now a Manticarp. You can tell that it's a Manticarp because it is a fish that is red. Unfortunately, you didn't get the shiny. You did not get the shiny. But that's going to flop around and he's going to die. He's currently under Henry Stickmin. He's under Henry Stickmin right now. And the humans have a force field. Currently, the bulldozer is going to be attacking the human hole. Oh, that's the wrong die. Bulldozer attacking the human hole. Let's see how that's gone. 14. The bulldozer is through the force field. Unfortunately, it is a natural 20 bulldozer in the first place. So it's a very strong bulldozer. It is a very strong bulldozer, and it's through the force field. But we're going to say that gets like 1 more guy. There's 2 more guys and Oppenheimer down the hole. You got 2 more guys and Oppenheimer down the hole. That's all the humans left. That is all the humans left. Well, you now check the end result later. What an incredible stream. Thank you so much, Clover. I hope that you have a lovely week. And thank you for coming to stream. Thank you for supporting stream. Next will be on Thursday. Thursday at usual time. Okay, so force field has now been destroyed, chat. Chat, what are we doing? What are we doing with the destroyed force field? We now have the natural 20 bulldozer. Natural 20 bulldozer is encroaching on the human hull. It is encroaching on the human hull. It is going into the human hull to try to get the last 2 guys. There's 2 more guys. I throw a firework in the human hull. You throw a firework in the human hull. You throw a firework, and the firework goes. Oh, that's a good firework. You actually get Oppenheimer and one other guy. There's one singular dude remaining. And actually, his name is John. And John comes up out of the hole, and John looks at all the chaos around him, and John looks directly at you, and John asks you, John asks you with his whole heart. Where's John? I don't know, I'm just gonna draw a new one. John asks you with his whole heart, why? Why? He's the only one left. He's the last one left. He's looking at you. He's staring at you all directly. He just wants to know. He just wants to know. He doesn't understand. He doesn't know. He doesn't know why. He's the only human remaining. There's nobody else. There's no one else. Sans dead. Sans is bleeding out. His legs got cut off by helicopter blades. I respond with, because it's fun to cause chaos. Suddenly, John looks sad. John gets a little teary-eyed. John looks upset. And then John takes out a knife, and he tries to shank you. He's really fast with it, too. John must be a Brit with how fast he whips this thing out. John rolls to stab you. John rolls a natural 20. Everybody's dead. John kills everyone. John absolutely pulls out this knife and murders everybody's dead. We're already zombies, but it hurt real bad. And John just absolutely shanked everyone. Everyone's been shanked. John took his vengeance out on you. It's awful. It's all over the screen. Oh no. You got jabbed by John. I mean, you're zombies. You're kind of fine. The zombies are kind of fine. It won't work due to Henry, due to him being second. There you go. So Henry's kind of fine. Henry Stickmin is still here. Who is on the zombie side, by the way? Henry Stickmin's still kind of here. You can tell that he's Henry Stickmin because he has eyes. Well, there we go. You got one guy left. You want to do anything, or is that the end? We still got John. John shanked everybody. John got a natural 20. John the goat. Okay. And that... so, unfortunately, it does seem that we have learned through this thought experiment, apparently, through John's natural 20, that actually being a zombie is not the best idea in the zombie apocalypse, because clearly, as we have determined through science and normal, sane means, that apparently, very unfortunately, you would lose as the zombies. John ascends to godhood with Danny DeVito, and they ride into the sunset. Absolutely. So, thank you all so much for coming to stream today. I had an absolutely lovely time. As per usual, we are going to be doing a raid. Who are we going to be raiding after that? That was, interesting. We're going to be raiding Trina, because Trina's live. Trina's one of my friends. Trina's one of my coworkers. Go say hi to her. I don't know what she's doing. She's doing something interesting. It looks like she's looking at fan art of her right now, which is pretty neat. So go say hi. Go bother her. Go tell her I sent you. And I hope that you guys have a lovely rest of your week. Peace out.